title. Enormous pressure for her. She has said the maple leaf on her back has been like a target all week, but she has survived, even thrived, and now will defend her right to wear it for another year. Head to head, the mean green versus the red and white. Who will be Canada's champion when the last rock is thrown? Welcome to Lethbridge, Alberta, and the 2007 Scotties Tournament of Hearts. Long history of curling in this city. In fact, the first curling club in Alberta was here in Lethbridge. This is the battle that we have for you today. The defending champs, Team Canada, versus the veteran Betker and her 20th anniversary of her first heart. We're live at the ENMAX Centre in Lethbridge. Capacity here for curling is 4,600, and we're expecting a packed house here today. Welcome, everyone, to the final showdown. There is much on the line here, including, of course, the Hart Trophy, the diamond rings that the champions get, a bye into next year's tournament, which will be in Betker's hometown of Regina, and most importantly, a chance to represent Canada at the final next month in Japan. Here is how we got here. Betker making her 9th appearance with a relatively new team, but playing consistently all week long. They ended up second on the leaderboard, but won the 1-2 game, which forced Kelly Scott into the semi-final. She jumped out to an early 4-0 lead, but survived a scare from Manitoba in the second half of the game and held on to win it 7-5. So this is where we stand. Her first time in the final as skip for Jan Betker against Kelly Scott, who certainly knows how to handle the pressure of leading her team in the big game. And with more on the matchup, let's go now to Don Whitman, Joan McCusker, and Mike Harris. Guys.
Thank you, Aaron. Hi, everybody. Well, Kelly Scott last year in London, Ontario, disposed of Team Canada's Jennifer Jones in the final yesterday, knocking off Jones again to advance to the final once again, trying to defend against Jan Betker. Team Canada played very well this week, and it's fitting, I suppose, Mike, although other provinces might disagree, that the top two teams in round-robin play are fighting for this championship.
I think it's always good when the top two teams do meet in the final. This is a rubber match of sorts as well, that each team has defeated each other once this week, and Team Canada's looked very, very strong. Kelly Scott and her team have been near the top of the standings all week long, and if you look right from top to bottom, they've all played very, very solidly, and were quite good in that game against Manitoba yesterday, although they had a couple of chances to put them away in that game and failed to do so. So they're going to need to be a little bit sharper today in today's final.
Well, Joan McCusker is no stranger to this Saskatchewan team. You're not wearing green today, though.
Well, I figure I have so many other ties to this team. I don't need to wear the green. My blood runs green anyway. I have so many relationships with this team. These are my former teammates, Jan Betker and Marcia Gooderite, joined by my sister, Nancy Inglis, at second, and a new player, Lana Vey, just 22 years old. Actually, the year that she was born was also the year that Jan won a Canadian Mixed Championship in 1984. They have been a bit of the surprise this year because they are a new team, Don, but when Jan Betker is on her game and as comfortable as she has been this week, she is very, very dangerous, and this should be a great match.
Mike, might inexperience at second and third stone be a factor today?
Well, this is what we're going to look at. I think when we talk about key matchups, quite often we talk about skips, but in this situation, both Nancy and Alana, this is their first major national final, and Sasha Carter and Gina Schrader had picked up some great experiences last year, losing the Olympic trials final to Shannon Clybring, then finally coming through in that Canadian championship. So despite the obvious improvements at second on Team Saskatchewan this year, the inexperience may prove to be a deciding factor in this game.
Well, it's Team Canada attempting to defend. Team Canada has a 5-6 record in finals since the concept was first introduced. Team Canada, Saskatchewan, coming up next for the 2007 championship.
The Scotties Tournament of Hearts on CBC is brought to you by Scotties, Canada's favorite facial tissue.
With our new breakfast sandwich, you can't get to Tim Hortons fast enough. Eggs, bacon, or sausage, processed cheese, all on a toasted home-style biscuit, just $2.49.
Always fresh at Tim Hortons.
The new all-wheel drive Fusion from Ford.
Why M&M? Variety. Yeah, I mean, before dinner was so, Dinner! Boys, dinner's ready. Dinner! Guys? You know, now M&M helps us put together hundreds of meals that we can all enjoy together, which is nice.
The Scotties Tournament of Hearts on CBC is brought to you by M&M Meat Shops. Hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle. By the original Strauss Heart Drops. Trust the tradition. And by Ford. Built for life in Canada.
Welcome back to the ENMAX Center in Lethbridge as we get set to start this 2007 Scotties Championship game. Team Canada's Kelly Scott, based on her round-robin record, will have last rock advantage to start this championship. We talked about experience at second and third stones, with Team Canada having a definite edge. At skip and lead positions, a huge advantage to Jan Betker and Marcy Gooderite. Jan Betker playing in her 9th Canadian Women's Championship. And she is much more comfortable this year than she was in 2003 calling the game.
That's exactly it, Don. The word is comfortable, and I think in her mind, she felt that she finally got to a point where she had nothing to lose. She didn't have to prove herself to the crowd, to other people that are judging her, and she finally kind of let that all go. And those years of experience skipping in 2003, also skipping in the Olympic trials the fall of 2005, set her up to come into this with absolutely no fear, and she has been spectacular.
Well, she also had the burden on her shoulders of following in the footsteps of the late, great Sandra Schmirler in taking over Schmirler's team.
And although none of us would give her those kinds of expectations, that happened naturally by everyone who watched. And certainly she's proved herself this week that it was just a matter of time for her to develop those skills necessary to learn to skip at this level.
It's more than just expectations, too. It's a new position, and it does take time to learn, regardless of histories with other teammates. You look at a skip like Glenn Howard. He went through the same type of growing pains as a skip, and look how far he's come, and now one of the dominant skips in the men's game. And I think if you'd ask Glenn, you know, his first 2 or 3 years as a skip, he was learning as a skip, you have to detach yourself emotionally quite a bit, more so than at other positions, and that's not an easy thing to do right away.
I think that's an excellent analogy for people, is to compare Glenn Howard and Jan Betker, the world's best thirds. And for a number of reasons, they had the skills necessary. They were perfectionists. They were thorough. They looked at every possibility, and that's how they held up their skip. And then when they were forced to move positions, both of them for different reasons, those same skills that made them good thirds were actually a detriment as a skip. And Jan said herself this week, she said, I had to learn how to forgive myself and to shelf the problems, the mistakes, when I made a mistake skipping or when I made a mistake throwing, to let it go. And this is the first year I've seen it happen, and look what has happened this week. She has been great.
Renee Simons will attempt to follow the path just traversed by Marcy Gooderite's stone. to remove the Saskatchewan rock that is sitting at the top of the floor.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Clean only. Let it finish now. Coming up to nose. Nice throw, Renee. Very nice.
Canada's path to this championship game, opening with 4 straight wins, then the loss to Kelly Law of British Columbia, the only blemish during round-robin play apart from the 8-5 setback in the 1-2 page playoff game. And then Kelly Scott bounced back yesterday in the semifinal, defeating Jennifer Jones by a score of 7-5. Nancy Inglis has her stone roll into the open on the other side of the long guard.
And we talk about Nancy being a rookie to this event, playing at this level, but she has been on the fringes for many years. She was our 5th player in the 2005 Olympic trials, also 2003 when we represented Saskatchewan at the Scotties, also for Team Saskatchewan in 1998, skipped by our other sister, Kathy Trawl. So she's been around the game a long time.
Sasha Carter rolls to the edge of the button on the other side. Betker and company started with 5 straight wins, lost to Heather Strong of Newfoundland Labrador, and the other loss to Team Canada. And 8-5 was the score. Saskatchewan over Team Canada in the page 1-2 playoff game. Inglis unable to save her shooter. And now Kelly Scott will attempt to draw in behind the long guard.
This one to you guys, because you don't believe the 13. No, not when practice was 14. No.
Same as yesterday, you're split. Yep.
Just a great conversation there with Sasha and Gina talking about what the weight will be relevant to their practice, also relevant to yesterday's semifinal game. There is the advantage of if you can make it through the semifinal game, you get a really good idea of what the ice conditions may be like when you get into this one-game final situation like we have today.
Line's real good. Bite the top 8, finish it. Whoa, just a 4-5. Line's getting better.
Good draw by Sasha Carter, a second-team All-Star at second stone. Jill Officer of Manitoba, the first-team All-Star.
So I got about 75. Do you think that's?
Yeah, I think a 70 maybe.
Perfect spot right at the top of the 8-foot.
Short is okay.
Nice weight. Okay.
Jan Betker coming back with a freeze call here from Lanavey.
Interesting story regarding Vey. Jan Betker really didn't know much about her when it was suggested she be added to the team.
I think the quote was, "I don't even know what she looks like," but sure, Nancy, go ahead, ask her if she wants to play. Lanavey replacing Sherry Linton, who had also left the team a year ago when I declared that I just couldn't keep up and needed to step back from curling. Sherry Linton actually said she wanted to step up and play more and really put her targets on 2010. So Sherry Linton went off and developed or formed her own team with like-minded individuals, and they curled a tremendous amount. She is the 5th for this team. She was in the Saskatchewan Provincials, and the team picked her up after they defeated Stephanie Lawton in the final.
Based on her 85% shot making in round robin play, Gina Schrader was the all-star 3rd in this competition.
And we talked about that yesterday. What a great, consistent player Gina Schrader is. You do know what you're getting from Gina, because she just never wavers from that 80 to 90% shooting percentage.
Yep. Hard.
Taking it back, trying to hang on to second shot position. Will force Saskatchewan to make a play on the open stone.
Unless you want to do this.
The nice thing about playing the short raise is that if you hit it on the right angle, you will be shot stone buried. If you can hit it thin enough.
Right about there, touch less. Hey, normal weight.
This is the change that I've seen this week, and that is when Jan gets uncomfortable, she will go to the hitting game, which is her bread and butter, is where we've come from as the lean green hitting machine of the early 90s. This is the change. She's much more aggressive when she sees opportunities. And in the past, she would have hit that open stone.
Hard, really hard.
Faye attempting to drive her own back onto the shot rock belonging to Team Canada.
Hard. Roll that one, Mars.
Nicely done.
Nice shot, Lam.
Good shot. Rolled the
was
one she
scary,
raised
yeah.
into the open. I would have loved to hit that just a little bit thinner.
And you heard her say that was scary. That's about as emotional as Lana gets. She keeps very cool, and although she may be getting excited on the inside, she does not show very much on the outside.
Clean. Clean. Room. Whoa. Whoa. Clean. Whoa. Bounce a hair. Sit there. Nice shot.
Rolling over towards the Saskatchewan stone to lie 2 as Gina Schrader successfully removes the shot rock. In addition to her experience in women's competition, Gina Schrader 3 times represented BC in the provincial and the Canadian junior women's playdowns.
Another curling family. Talk about the Jones family, but her father, Jerry Richard, also won a Brian World Championship with Rick Folk.
Yeah.
And the coach of this team.
Okay.
There's Jerry.
Michelle Allen, who played 3rd in 2005, is the 5th member of this Team Canada squad.
Well, Gina Schrader would have loved to have had that stone curl a little bit more and nose hit that Team Saskatchewan zone. This left Jan Betker with a double. You're say if it doesn't make the double, watch the shooter roll behind the center guard. So first call is the double, though.
Second team all-star at the skip position, Kelly Scott on the number 1 team.
Yep. No, well, yep. Yes! Hard! Okay.
She gets a jam on the other Team Canada stone, but does have shot rock.
Tight on that? Oh, a touch.
Kelly Scott would certainly like to get off to the same start in this championship game as she did in the semifinal yesterday, using last rock advantage on the first end to score 2 against Jennifer Jones.
And she did as well in the Page playoff game against Team Saskatchewan on Friday night. She opened with 2 points as well.
Just stay close here.
This outturn spot was one that Manitoba and Team Canada got fooled on yesterday, over curling quite often. It's a little advantage for Kelly in the sense that she experienced it herself yesterday.
9-3. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Clean. Whoa. Clean. Hard dash. Hard.
Shot.
To lie 2.
Shot.
And you can see the positions of the red stones in the house. Not an easy double. So Jan Betker will be looking for a hit and roll behind the guard to try to hold on to shot stone and make it a little bit more difficult for Kelly Scott to try to score her 2 points. She needs the perfect roll to take away the opportunity for 2. As we have talked about, there's a lot of curl in this ice prepared by Hans Wuthrich, also with the rocks. They are the MCA rocks, the rocks that have been used for the Brier, and they curl.
Jan Betker made her first appearance in a women's championship in 1987 here in Lethbridge, the last time the event was held in this city, when she played with Kathy Fallman.
Yep. I don't know. Yes. Yep. Hard. Roll it a little bit. Yep. Roll it. Yeah. Okay. Hey.
Very close as to which is shot. It might be yellow.
Open it here for
9.5,
Kelly Scott, and even if you look at that yellow stone on the edge of the 12 foot there, if She hits this a little on the high side. Shooter should just roll into that stone and act as a catcher. So not a tough shot here at all. Well, there is room to spin across if she really fired it down there.
It's a great opportunity here for Kelly Scott to open with that deuce.
This second stone of hers was one that was running straight yesterday. So we'll see how this one reacts compared to what we were watching in the semifinal against Manitoba.
Final stone of the opening end for Kelly Scott and her Team Canada mates from the Kelowna Curling Club. An opportunity to get on the board with a deuce.
Well done. Nice shot.
Mission accomplished, and the defending champions open up with a pair. Taking advantage of last rock, leading Saskatchewan through 1-2-0.
Hi, Laura. Big accident at home.
Uh-oh. Indoor soccer again?
And Mom's coming over for dinner.
Come on, we'll get you started.
Got an electrical project? Start right at True Value. You know you'll find everything you need for all your do-it-yourself projects, along with the friendly expert advice that you've come to expect.
Now you just have to make dinner.
And keep Ricky outside.
True Value. Start right, start here.
There's another party coming around to good old Regina Town. It's Hardy Gras in the Hot Stop Lounge. Hardy Gras, the talk of the town.
First came Party Gras, and next February, it's Hardy Gras, the Canadian Women's Curling Championship at the Brand Center. Best seats in the house are on sale now at Ticketmaster.
Scotties, Tournament of Hearts.
A denture adhesive with no messy ooze.
Announcing Polygrip Comfort Strips. These slim strips are pre-measured to give you a neat, clean seal with all the hold of a cream. New Polygrip Comfort Strips holds all day in a neat new way.
Introducing Polident Fresh Cleanse.
Wow, a denture cleanser that freshens for hours.
It's fresh, foam, fabulous.
Polident micro-cleans, kills bacteria, and releases breath fresheners that last up to 5 hours. New Polident Fresh Cleanse.
Will she be good? Will she be great? Will she win a gold medal? Will she make a nation hold their breath at exactly the same moment? She might. Please give to the Sandra Schmirler Foundation and support neonatal hospital units across Canada, because champions start small.
Couple of Keiths, please.
State your case, young man.
I'm on a first date, and a couple of Keiths would be great.
My finest ale would be perfect. Does she possess any land or livestock?
She has a condo and a cat.
Ooh, she's a keeper. Wilson, the pride of Nova Scotia. Hey, Wilson, what's a condo?
Check in email? While you're there, why not buy your lottery online? Check out PlaceFair at alc.ca. Secure and convenient. Need a ticket? Just click it.
The sweet art of the con. Be cool. Go big and always expect the unexpected.
I love this job.
Are you game? Hustle. Tuesday at 9 on CBC.
Welcome back to the ENMAX Center in Lethbridge. The first stone of end number 2 from Team Canada's Renee Simons. Team Canada leading by a score of 2-0 in the 1-versus-2 Page playoff game. Saskatchewan picked up a single point on end number 2 after giving up a pair on the opening end, and then stole 2 on the third end en route to the victory.
Yeah.
You know, since the Team Canada concept was introduced in 1986, there have been 11 previous appearances by the defending champions in the final. The record, 5 wins, 6 losses. Take away the 3 by Colleen Jones, and it's a record that a lot of people would not have thought would occur. Many thought with the Team Canada concept, it was a huge advantage for the defending champions to automatically get a spot in the championship again.
Well, it is quite a high number if you think about it. It's about half of the Team Canada appearances that they ended up in the final. And I think that is quite a high number. The pressure in today's game is on Team Canada. The expectation is on their shoulders to repeat. It's much greater than on Team Saskatchewan in this particular final. And I think that might have something to do with those number of losses.
And 6 times, Team Canada did not even make the playoffs the following year.
Come on. Hard, hard, hard. Not in, not in. Sit, 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 sit.
And they just overswept that. They would have liked that rock to stay in the free guard zone and be just short of the house. So now Jan can remove the stone.
Two. Yep. 3, 2.
The 8th appearance in a Canadian Women's Championship for lead Marcy Gooderite. Jan Betker playing in her 9th.
Yep. Not too much of a roll. Okay. Get up to the stick. Okay.
3, 4.
And Marcy won't be happy with that. She's a little bit inside on that outturn.
Very good attendance here in Lethbridge at the ENMAX Center for the 2007 Scotties. 75,000 plus as of the semi-final yesterday, making it the 5th best attended Canadian Women's Championship ever. Regina, of course, the host city for next year, set the record in 1998, just over 154,000.
Hard line. Hard line, come on, cross center. Go, a little more, right up. Oh, you get, guys, right up.
Hard line.
Whoa. Atta girl, nice shot, Sash.
A reminder, Wednesday at 8, it's Canada's favorite new comedy, Small Town Canada with a little Muslim twist. Catch an all-new episode of Little Mosque on the Prairie this Wednesday at 8 on CBC television.
Normal weight. Nice shot.
The winner of this game will represent Canada at the Women's World Championship in Aomori City, Japan, March 17th to the 25th.
Right up. Oh, then.
And Kelly Scott would certainly like another shot at a World Championship. She lost in the semifinal last year in Grand Prairie, Alberta. Annette Norberg defeating Debbie McCormick of the United States in the championship game. They did a great job of staging that Women's World Championship in Grand Prairie last year.
Yeah. Same weight.
2 feet out.
And Debbie McCormick has just won the U.S. Championship, will be going to Japan.
And Annette Norberg will be trying for her 3rd in a row.
A good field shaping up already for the Women's Worlds. That was a bad miss there from Nancy. Trying to peel, you either make the run back or the peel, and she kind of got caught in the middle there and just missed the run back and left the guard.
Where's the weight?
Make things a little difficult on Team Saskatchewan here in the second end.
Let's finish it. It'll go.
So Sasha Carter was asked to just kind of overlap this guard, put another one up front. It's a good plan B call. Worked out very well to bring that rock in deep.
Same shot.
So now the call will be for the run back.
Yeah, you want to at least do that, right?
Yeah, right on the nose would be close to the double.
Okay. Yep. Whoa. Heel. No, just want to. Whoa, no. Okay.
Missing the run back attempt, but removing the guard.
Sorry, guys. It's all right. Okay.
Joan, we talked about the difficulty in defending as Team Canada. You've gone through that experience successfully defending, but twice as Team Canada, you lost in the semifinals.
That's right, and one of them was a real pressure packed in 1995 when the pressure on us was to three-peat to be the first Team Canada at that point in time to go back to back to back. And we really suffered under that pressure, and we lost the semifinal to Kathy Borst, who's now Kathy King.
Stay close. Yep, a little.
And the other time that we lost in the semifinal was when we came back from Japan, and I forgive us for doing that. We were a little jet lagged.
Well, that gold medal around the neck was a little extra burden.
Yeah, it's a little heavy when you're sliding to wear that.
Yeah.
The guard's a little deeper
the
than
out
Team
turn
Canada would have
riding
liked. Reason being, you know that Saskatchewan's going to play the run back here, so less separation is good news for Jan Betker, but still difficult shot here for Lana Vey.
Okay, heel, Lana. All right, let's do it, Lana.
Needs to move those rocks around. Get rid of at least one out of the house would be the goal. Jan's taking some time to try to line up where she would like to hit this front stone. As you said, Mike, it is a shorter run back.
Okay.
So if you play it just to the left of center on that back one, you might get them all going out of the rings. As I said, you really want to make sure you get rid of one.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Hard. Whoa.
Onto the top stone and makes contact and will remove two. For a moment, I didn't think that other stone was going to roll out of there. But Lana Vey comes back with a fine run back, and that produces a round of applause from the crowd here at the ENMAX Center.
She's just been such an absolute find for this Saskatchewan team. As Mike said, that she has no national experience whatsoever. She did play in juniors but could not get out of the province of Saskatchewan. She started to really make shots like this at the beginning of provincials, and she has not missed really much since.
The amount of ice that Team Canada's taking for this draw, about 6 feet of swing they're anticipating on this draw from Gina Schrader.
Four. Whoa, we're wide open.
4, 5.
Fighter works. Just a fighter.
Close.
No.
5.
Clean it. No, lots of lines. Stay close. We made at the end. Here we go.
It's just coming across sideways.
We're biting 8 foot on our own. Okay, higher than this guy. Sit.
Tremendous amount of curl there. Incredible.
Well, Team Canada did not go through the rigors of provincial playdowns to qualify, so how did they stay sharp? Well, they played 6 events, qualifying in 4, winning just over 22,000. And during the BC playdowns, they traveled to Bern, Switzerland, competed in an international tournament there, lost the semifinal to world champion Annette Norberg.
Same as last night, or a little better?
Jan has taken significantly less ice for Lana.
7. Line's pretty good. Yep. 7, 6. 7. Whoa. 7. Yep.
We don't have any weight.
Yeah, right in it. Then yes, 6. Go hard. Hard. Right up to it then. Go. Quick.
Slide all the way, right?
Yeah.
Right on top of the Team Canada stone, second shot.
Side of it. Yeah, so I just needed more.
Not a bad shot. Sense that it's frozen. Kelly Scott's going to throw a guard.
You see the tremendous movement as the stone finishes.
Exactly. She's looking to bring in that guard just to tuck it a piece in behind the yellow guard to prevent the run back, because that rock is frozen. They are looking to tuck a corner around that.
You can probably throw a 15.
Definitely, they will play that short raise, chance to lie too, if this guard does not curl enough.
Okay, let us know, because we can also corner onto the guard.
And you hear Kelly Scott making reference to Gina Schrader earlier. Is it the same as yesterday? That's the point of reference. These players know that when they get into this one-game playoff, the ice will be slightly different than what it was during the round robin.
Doesn't look like much. Bring it up.
4.
Bring it up.
We're 4, 5.
12 foot. Bring it up. It's starting to bend.
You're 5, 6. 6. Yep.
Lots of line. It's
yep, behind
it. Easy onto the yellow only.
They don't want to bounce off the yellow.
Come in too deep.
Hey.
Hard to say if the double's there. It looks like if Jan Betker just gets by the guard, they might be able to make the double.
There with normal? Yeah. I think that should be good.
Just depends how much room there is by the guard.
Although it's a different team, this is the 6th time that Jan Betker has faced the Kelly Scott squad, and Scott has a 3-win, 2-loss record against Betker.
Trying to just get by the guard, catch much of that redstone. The question is, where will the yellow one get kicked out to? It looks like both reds will definitely
Maybe a little bit firm,
go.
Lana. Okay.
But they need to come very close to the guard to make this happen.
And you want to save your shooter. You want Kelly Scott to play some sort of hit on her next one.
Clean, yep.
No.
Yep.
No.
Whoa.
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 Girl.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Good for her. Go, Lana!
Now I broke
Lana,
this.
go on it.
Well, I hit it after it hit your foot, but I don't think it was gonna stay in. Yeah. Okay.
Talking about the possibility of a burned rock, but it looked as though it was going to be out of the rings anyway.
And that's just a great response by Gina Schrader, and it's just to evaluate what did Lana have to say and use common sense in the fact that even if she did burn the rock, it was going out anyway.
So Kelly Scott has an opportunity with her final stone of the second end to lie 2.
Exact same weight.
Yeah, really. And you guys just bring it in, make it good top 4. Okay.
And so if you're Team Canada, you'd love to get this in to bite the forefoot and make Jan Betker's draw just that much more difficult.
And the good news for Kelly is she just threw this draw around the guard. She should have a good idea of the speed and the amount of curl.
Final stone on this second end for the 1995 Canadian and World Junior Champion, the defending Scotties champion, Kelly
Lots
Scott.
of line. Starting to bend. Finish it, guys. Right over.
We gotta get the second shot.
Right over.
We gotta go.
Help Gina. Right in. Right in. Line's really good. Right over. Hard. Hard. All you can get out of it. Go, go, go.
Go, go, go.
Hard.
Hurry.
Hard.
Shot stone. Team Canada lies 2.
It's a pretty good spot. It's a tricky little hit there for Jan Betker.
And there may be a double for 2, whether her shooter would stick around. And the question of whether
think we have anything else, or will we? Have a look here.
It looks like I hit it pretty
Yeah, we should
thinly
be.
Yeah, I think you're
to
okay.
make the double.
Just make sure.
And the
Have a
shooter
look
would
at that.
definitely go out. The question is, are you comfortable with the draw? Or
Yeah.
would you rather
And
throw the
even
hit
if
you just threw?
you'll probably flop a
Well,
little,
it's just
so.
can't really jam it, but.
Oh, you won't. You should be okay.
There with normal, then should be
Yeah.
all right, right?
I think you'll be good.
So there's a hit and a little flop for her 1 point. That's the secure. But there is a possibility also of getting rid of 2. I'm not sure whether it would hold the shooter, though.
There's a little bit more room by that guard than there was on her previous stone. You can see a little bit more of that.
That was up weight I gave you, right?
Extremely tough double. You'd have to throw with just very, very quiet weight, back line to hack, and just feather that stone out of the 8-foot. Not worth the risk, really, this stage of the game. Take your 1 and move on.
Final stone of the second end.
Just got to go here.
Jan Betker and her Saskatchewan team trying to get on the board. Are they past the guard? No, it's a steal of 2. So Team Canada off to a great start in this championship game. Kelly Scott leading by 4 through 2.
The Strauss Herb Company manufactures a full line of herbal dietary supplements based on traditional European recipes. Our biggest Strauss Heart Drop sale of the year is on now at a health food store near you.
Inspiration. Where does it come from? Is it as simple as wanting to be the best? Is it conviction? The things you can't compromise on. Is it anticipation? knowing where to be? Or is it a drive to change the game? Wherever it is, find your inspiration. And you'll find greatness.
Purex is softer and thicker than ever.
Sweetie, can I have the... Okay.
Softness the whole family will love. Purex, now softer and thicker.
Never stop enjoying life. Strauss Herb Company, bringing science and tradition together for a brighter future.
She's back! Jessica Holmes makes her twisted return
There, isn't that comfortable?
in an all-new Royal Canadian Air Farce.
Okay.
Friday night at 8 on CBC.
All right, so make sure you check out the show on Monday because we'll get you all caught up on what happened in the world and get you prepared for the next day. And we'll also give you one of the world's greatest musicians. That's right, 24 years old, he played Carnegie Hall, Long Monday.
Stay in the loop with The Hour on CBC Television.
During the break, Saskatchewan trailing by 4 after the steal of 2 by Team Canada in the second end. Talked about being a little fooled by the ice conditions.
Well, there's 2 out turns in a row here, and Jan's first one, and she's going after the double. She had more weight, and it ran the center line. The second one was softer weight, also a softer release, meaning it wasn't quite as wide on the broom, and that just curled. And they did talk about knowing that that was a characteristic of these ice conditions all week, that if you up the weight, it will run, but there is a lot more curl on the normal weight. So a pretty typical conversation with a team at this level, and that is the game is not over yet. Get the deuce. It's very early, and see what presents themselves.
Well, they talked about upping the intensity level as well. Not much wrong with the intensity level of Team Canada, 91% through 2 ends.
Playing very well. When these 2 teams met in the round robin, I think the average percentage was in the 90s for all 4 members of Team Canada. Just fantastic play. Kelly Scott herself making some big saves, and that game was over early.
Well, there's a lot on the line in this championship game, in addition to returning as the Canadian champions to the Scotties next year in Regina, a trip to the World Championships in Aomori, Japan. There's also the Canada Cup, the Continental Cup, cash on the line there, and an opportunity to go into the pool to determine the 2010 Olympic representative and the funding.
No, it's definitely a big prize, and I don't think that's lost on Team Saskatchewan by any means. But you know, this will be a good test for the new attitude of a skip. I said good skips have short memories, and Jan kind of needs to refocus, and the whole team does too. And I think that they talked about during the break too. They just need to make a few more shots. They just haven't been sharp, and shots they've been asking to make. There's been some hit and roll outs and tap backs that are coming up a hair light, that sort of thing. Nothing major, no major errors other than Jan's last one in the last end, but you know, just have to sharpen things up just a little bit. We saw Jennifer Jones make a nice comeback from 4-0 down yesterday. Take that down to last rock. So.
And we talk about coming back from a deficit. When you have hammer, you want to take 2 and force the opposition to 1, and do that throughout the game, and it'll be a very close finish.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Marcy's being asked to tap back the rock in the house.
Line really hard. 8, 9.
Whoa, Dad.
8, 9.
Whoa.
Yeah. Got a 9.
Okay,
Yep. Nice shot.
She pushes it behind the tee line.
That's a little better.
Okay, let's go, man.
running ours into it, and then at least we get rid of ours. You could go for if you clip that. Can you get nose?
I don't like that guard though.
You don't like that? Or we could peel that one.
You got nose.
Want to run it?
Okay. What does she do? We got a wide open hit on the second one. Okay.
8.5.
I like the run back. This is a scoreboard call, 4-0 lead. No point making your opponent shots for them. So, and if she makes this shot, she'll make the run back and roll the guard out of play.
The other option was trying to get to the nose or just pass the nose of the Saskatchewan stone. That's a little dangerous. You might get the jam.
Trying to run her own back onto the Saskatchewan stone.
She's missed it.
Renee? Shoot. Okay.
Driving it back onto her own. Team Canada still has shot rock.
That was not an option. She had to hit that on the high side, roll the shooter out of play. A little mistake there from Team Canada.
Some of the choices for Jan right now, she could ignore these stones and go around her own corner guard, knowing that she can get to the shot stone on the outside.
Wide in turns also available around the outside of that corner guard. They're playing the tap.
7.
And the options here is a tap or a split.
Got to go a bit. Line hard. Hurry. Where is it? Still 7. Hard. 7. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Nice tap back by Nancy Inglis.
That's good.
Shot stone belongs to Saskatchewan. A reminder, we've got World Cup skiing next Saturday, March 3rd from Italy on CBC television. The Alpine Ski Series features the women's downhill beginning at 5 Eastern Time.
Okay. 9.
Pretty good shot there from Nancy. Not an easy double. It is available, but if you ever hang this out wide, you may run it onto your own at the back of the 8-foot. Tough shot here for Sasha Carter.
Whoa. Whoa. Close. Yep. Hurry. 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 Right up, right up, right
Not
up.
going after plan B. And it's too late on the decision. She knew it was wide, as Mike had pointed out, and tried to just skinny it and miss that jam, but it moved up too much.
And now a huge chance for Saskatchewan to get right back. 3 certainly exists for the green and white.
Even a deuce right away would be awesome for Team Saskatchewan.
What'd you get?
Still need to execute though.
Anything. 6. Okay. 5, 6. Gonna overcurl probably. Yep. Get it out there.
Nancy needs some confidence. She missed a couple of shots early in the game that never feels very good. Nancy throws the least amount of rotation on this team, and they will curl much more than the rest of the team.
We heard Jan say, I'm not hearing anything, and as a skip, you need to get some feedback right away once the release is made. And if they'd swept that early, they definitely would have got that around the guard.
I'm wondering, is Nancy wearing a mic?
Oh, I know. I've heard this all week about how, she's the quiet one in the family. I have 3 brothers and 3 sisters. Nancy's the youngest. Rob Hudson, Kathy, Lloyd, Joan, Karen, Nancy, and I'll tell you, all 4 girls yap way too much. I probably am the winner, but
hands down.
Right up, go, go, go.
Nice
shot.
double.
Very nice shot by Gina Schrader. Makes no mistake. As I said, she is so steady. She's a fantastic player.
Well, that gets the Team Canada squad out of some difficulty here on the 3rd end.
Well, certainly out of the 3-ball right now, although a nice shot here by Lana Vey. Little hit and roll over behind one of the guards. Could set up that multiple score again.
Yep. Well, just a nose is fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, good.
Just
The nose hit to lie 2. Are those the brothers?
No, they are not.
9 on the nose.
I don't think we know who those people are.
And if you did, would you tell us?
9. Close. Room.
sit here, I think Jan Betker's going to be forced to play a draw around one of these guards.
You're gonna bounce hard, Renee.
No roll, no, no.
Will it hang around or roll out of the rings?
Out now.
It's just out.
So three's definitely in play here. If Lana Vey can make a nice come around, you're going to see Kelly Scott hit the open stone. Then Jan Betker can play a come around on her
This I know is gonna
first
curl.
stone
Yeah,
and
right?
possibly score 3 that way. So the very important shot
So you
here.
think about a 70.
75.
Okay.
75 here too. Yeah.
And they use split times, and that is the timing from the back line to the first hog line. The 70-75 is 3.70 seconds. What has worked very well for this team is how similar Lana Vey and Jan throw. Jan Betker is very, very, uh-oh.
What happened? Did I hug it? Oh.
Red light.
Red lights.
Were you over? That's okay. Don't worry about it. Because we can, if you don't think you're over, we have replay.
I don't know.
Was she over the line? That's one of the questions.
No, she was over. That's a hog line violation. That the sensors go off, although during the week they had a little bit of problems with the batteries on some of the sensors. There is a protest that can happen if the team thinks that there was something wrong with the battery, but obviously that was a hog line violation.
And that could be very costly to Team Saskatchewan.
Absolutely.
Well, regardless of where this ends up, Jan Betker still has an opportunity to use those corner guards. So she has to, as a skip, you have to kind of get that out of your mind and say, okay, let's make the deuce on my own and go around these guards. Kelly Scott would, she'd prefer to nose it. She does not want to roll behind the corner guard, leave Jan Betker something to freeze to.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Clean. Yep. Yep, stay there, yep. Very nice.
Good shot by Kelly Scott.
Kind of got a good read there last night.
So the question is hit and roll or draw?
Yeah. Again, you know, I'm giving Nancy, like I was given, you know, for those.
Yeah, her
bumps,
come around.
and then I gave her out to here.
Yeah.
What do you think for me? Somewhere
I
in
think
between?
that should be good. Yeah.
It looks like a ton of ice, but.
It does finish hard.
Well, the weights with the back ones weren't really finishing that hard. You know, like when you were playing those back 8 weight, they weren't really finishing that hard. Just Nancy's. There?
Yeah.
And again, that's a recognition that Nancy's rocks will react differently than Lana and Jan's. And that's again part of a good team is to recognize the differences in releases. And we talked about Team Canada and all three of the members, Sasha, Gina, and Kelly, all throw so much alike that Kelly can get a great read on where to put the broom down.
No, it didn't. It's just yours that went crazy. So yeah, it looks like a ton, doesn't it? Does it? Tighten it up a little bit. What's that? Then tighten it. Well, yours aren't going to go like mine. I think a little less, Lana. I don't think mine's going to cut as much as Nance. I know it isn't. So a little bit less. Okay. So 70-ish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can hear it in her voice. She needs to
Line's
start
good.
feeling a little bit more confident of where to put the broom down.
Lots
That has
of
not
line.
happened this week.
8's okay if it's buried.
Still got
It's
tons
fine.
of line.
Got
7, 8.
tons of room. Tons of room.
8. Can you finish it?
Not yet.
8's
no.
okay if
it's buried.
No, it's
on its own. Yeah, we can go a little bit.
Yep.
Yep.
Well,
Go, Gina. Go hard. Go hard. Go, go.
okay.
Then we just squeeze by that guard, eh?
That stone is mostly exposed at the back of the 8-foot.
We got almost all of it? I think it'll curl.
Almost all of it.
What did she say? I'll let you know when I get down there.
Gina Schrader not sure what the response was down at the throwing end, but Renee Simon said you can see almost all of it.
Oh, certainly. At least, 3/4 of that rock. It's kind of like an open hit.
The ice she's taking looks like she's going to throw a normal weight at it.
What's that?
9.5. Started on center.
I think it'll run on
Jan
center
hoping
there
that
with a
Kelly Scott's going to roll out of the
and then
rings
come
here
off.
and maybe leave an
Before
opportunity
the
for a
hog
blank
line?
end.
9.5 right down center.
You want more ice then?
Yeah, just to start it there, yeah. Little less.
One of the advantages of being together for a number of years, good communication on the part of all 4 Team Canada members.
They certainly have worked out where they need to give input and how, and that is part of the team dynamic.
Clean yet?
Clean yet? Yeah! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Clean. Whoa!
Wants to stick around and force Saskatchewan to the 1 point.
Yeah, because she can't sit on it, so she can't sit on it. Good shot.
Mission accomplished.
Good draw.
Okay.
That center line's a little tricky.
Took a little snap,
So
but
same draw now for Jan Betker. Need to take a little bit off this one. Sweepers did not even touch that stone last end.
Well, the spectators providing some encouragement for Jan Betker. We understand that the busload of Saskatchewan fans made about a 6.5-hour trip over to Lethbridge to watch this championship game.
I think a lot of people made last-minute decisions to come, including Jan's husband and Marcy's husbands and their children. So the 4 boys and Frank and Carrie made the trip yesterday to come watch their wives and mums.
So. Is it not less? There's no backing.
Mine's fine. No backing.
It's a good sign. There's a skip to see her sweepers start to get on that. I know Jan was probably worried that she released it, but this looks good.
Final stone draw by Jan Betker. Right to the button, and Saskatchewan is on the board. A single point on then number 3, trailing by 3 through 3 ends of play.
Scotties, proud supporter of women's curling for over 25 years.
There's the roll, but is it enough? A measurement will determine the championship. Nova Scotia wins it. Jubilation and emotion for Colleen Jones. There's absolutely no room for error here.
No.
No. Close. Close. Whoa.
What a shot for 3! That may be the shot of the week at these Olympic trials in Brandon.
Okay, let's calm down, you guys.
Why M&M? Variety. Yeah, I mean, before dinner was so, Dinner! Boys, dinner's ready. Dinner! You know, now M&M helps us put together hundreds of meals that we can all enjoy together, which is nice.
The Strauss Canada Cup of Curling is all about bringing 20 of Canada's best teams together under one roof for 6 action-packed days. But that's only half the story. It's also about bringing thousands of curling fans together for 6 days of party action at the Lake City Casino Extra End, located in the Kamloops Memorial Arena. And it's all included in the price of your curling admission ticket. Get yours now and get ready to experience what we mean when we say Kamloops rocks.
Katie Taylor just picked up her orange belt, can't seem to pick up her reading grade. Sylvan has a tutor for that. Justin Michael can tune his guitar, needs to tune up his grades. Sylvan has a tutor for that. Connor Calvert, grades are great, just not challenged enough in school. Sylvan has a tutor for that. It's report card time, and there's never been a better time to call Sylvan at 800-EDUCATE. Whether your child needs help in one subject or school overall, Sylvan can help with reading, math, writing, homework, study skills, university prep, and more. And only Sylvan offers in-center and online tutoring at home. Call 800-EDUCATE and see why Sylvan is the most trusted name in Canadian tutoring. Waiting for a better report card isn't the answer. Calling Sylvan is. So if you want to see a great report card and a more confident child, Sylvan has a tutor for you. Call your local Sylvan expert at 800-EDUCATE today.
Welcome back. 4-1 here for Team Canada. With me, Kelly Scott's father, Bill McKenzie. Bill, you have watched your daughter curl in so many competitions. Is it still just as nerve-wracking for you?
Oh, it doesn't get any easier. I think there's more tension up here than there is on the ice. Yeah.
She's obviously very, very calm. She was yesterday as well. How does she handle the pressure so well?
I guess a lot of it has to do with experience. She's been at a few of these and a few big competitions, and she is able to shut the crowd out and just focus on the ice and on the shot. And I think that's to her advantage.
Experience, of course, and a great support over here with Team Canada fans. But right now, we'll send it back up to you, Don Whitman.
Thanks, Aaron. Well, he has watched Kelly play in a lot of events, starting with her first appearance as a 13-year-old in the Canadian Junior Championship in 1991 when Jennifer Jones was the skip of the team. And then Kelly won the 1995 Canadian and World Junior Championship, 2005, 2006, 2007 in the Scotties, and that was the 1991 Kelly Scott.
6-7. Okay, whoa, if it's 6-7, I'm not
Jill
that deep
Staub.
Line's okay. Just for line.
Skipping the team and the disappointment with the last rock loss. And then Kelly Scott in 1995. Then Kelly McKenzie winning the junior title.
And Sasha Sasha Carter was also on that 1995 championship team, as you said, beat Jennifer Jones earlier in that playoff to win the championship.
I don't know if this path will glide as much as that out turn, but
That same year that Kelly Scott made her first appearance at the Canadian Junior Championships, Renee Simons was the BC Junior Champion.
Here it comes. Yep, can bring it.
Very small community in the curling world. You never know who you're going to end up curling with or bump into.
That's right. Mike and I MC at the junior banquets for several years now, the national juniors, and that's Mike's advice to those juniors. Take a look around, make friends, because you just never know who you might end up with teammates in the future.
Okay, just normal. No. Little firm. Yep. Not a girl, nice throw.
Nancy Inglis might get two. No, she jams at the back. Team Canada still has shot rock. A good start for Team Canada. Kelly Scott hitting with her final stone for a pair in the first, and then stealing two in the second when Jan Betker got a little inside in an attempted hit. And then Betker with a draw for one in the third for our 4-1 scoreboard through 3 ends of play. A reminder, yesterday in the semifinal, Kelly Scott led Jennifer Jones 4-1 through 4 ends of play.
At the end of the day, Team Saskatchewan just needs to make a few more shots. We had a couple of good opportunities that last end, let them slip away.
Good shot, Sash.
Sasha moving things around, but only getting rid of one of those yellow guards. Remember, Team Canada has last rock here.
Yeah.
So Saskatchewan wants to have a steal, but they have to be very careful not to give Team Canada an opportunity to get that 2 points and increase the lead. Their goal here is to force Canada to 1 point, get the hammer back, or somehow manufacture a steal. At some point in this end, they will have to make that decision.
Hers is going, go. It's going crazy. It's going crazy, crazy.
Just past the guard and down on top of the shot stone.
It's an unbelievable amount of movement on those stones.
Oh, that had blocks. Yeah.
Roll over top. I don't mind coming the same way.
Does there appear to be more movement in the ice than there was yesterday in the semifinal?
I think there is, especially this outturn anyway. It looks like it's curling 5 or 6 feet, but combine it with an outturn that curls already, and it's really tough to read Nancy's stones right now. We saw Kelly Scott taking that amount of ice last end as well, though.
Exactly, and I think, remember Team Manitoba, Jennifer Jones and her teammates racked on more guards in the first half of that game than they had all week. That they did get fooled by how much curl there was yesterday as well.
Hurry! Roll it in, Gina! Right up! Shoot, okay. All right.
One stone is removed. The other Saskatchewan rock nudged into the top of the 12. Third shot. Sasha Carter struggling. 63% through 3 ends.
Yeah, two full misses in the last end.
Mine's fine. 2. Mine's good.
And looking for a guard here from Lanavay.
Yep. Yeah, I'd rather have it on the tight side than along, so yep.
Again, as that stone comes to a halt, you see the big movement.
Hey, Mars. My 6-shot in practice like 4 feet further than my 5.
A little surprised Kelly Scott's not trying to use this stone. Getting late into the end now, and it appears she's going to be forced to take one the way the stones are sitting. So if Saskatchewan throws one more guard, I'm sure that Kelly Scott will go around on her next one. Well, I say sure. Pretty sure she'll go around on her next one.
I would agree with you, Mike. I think that would be a great opportunity for her to use the guard.
Nice shot, Gina.
These two teams during round robin play were both most proficient in stealing points. Team Canada 21 stolen ends, Saskatchewan 20, and they defended very well. Both sides only giving up 8 stolen ends.
Well, really the story of this year's Scotties was just how the 3 teams at the top really pulled away from the rest of the field. Team Manitoba, Team Saskatchewan, Team Canada, percentage-wise and in wins, really pulled away from the rest of the field. It's setting up all the tiebreakers of teams with 5 losses.
Yep. Hard.
In the tiebreakers, Alberta defeated Ontario 13-6, and then Prince Edward Island over Alberta by a score of 5-4, setting up the 3-4 Page playoff game with Jennifer Jones defeating Suzanne Goody by a score of 9-4. Saskatchewan in the 1-2 game over Team Canada 8-5. And then in the semifinal yesterday, Canada defeated Manitoba 7-5, and that brings you up to date on the scoreboard.
Team Canada feel the guard is too high to really be effective. They're going to play the peel again.
Just clean. Easy. Clean. Clean it. Atta girl. Nice shot, Gina.
Jan Betker needs to make a decision now whether she wants to bring another one into the rings or does she dare Team Canada to actually use the guard.
Nice shot, Gina.
When you get as much movement as the rock comes to a stop as we are seeing, does it make it a little more difficult in calling shots?
Well, what you have to do with your guard is really decide how tight you're going to throw at the guard. It's not just enough to say we're going to throw a guard. Say I want a guard that's high, medium, or tight to the rings. And if you miss the weight, usually what ends up happening, you also miss the line by quite a bit. So it's really more difficult to be precise with your stone placement when it's this much movement in it.
And another thing to keep in mind on is that rocks that are in the 12-foot, biting the 12-foot, are guards. When the rocks move this much, those act as guards. And I'll remind people of the Furby-Dacey game in the Briar in Saskatoon several years ago, where Dacey got his 3 points by using the rocks that were biting the 8-foot.
Randy Furby doesn't want to remind people.
Those
was a great comeback, though.
Actually, in the 8-foot, they've got around. They got 2 buried around a rock in the 8-foot. It was quite amazing.
That's good, Jen. It's a good sweet fun.
But Kelly Scott will use this guard.
And she wanted the desired position was very tight to the house, so.
I'm a little surprised there, actually, that Saskatchewan didn't come into the rings and be contented to force Team Canada to take one. Not a great steal opportunity here. You're really waiting for a miss from Kelly Scott. And the way she's been playing this week, it's pretty tough to hope. Tough thing to hope for.
Little more, Gina.
When the teams are so evenly matched, you're trying to make your opposition uncomfortable. And so far, it's been Saskatchewan that's been uncomfortable, not Team Canada.
Well, absolutely. This is not a situation that Kelly Scott is that worried about. She knows that even if she doesn't get this into a perfect position, she likely will have a very similar shot or her next one to score one, and not at that difficult of a shot either. The worst spot for this rock to end up is just behind the tee line. So the sweepers are going to need to make that call as it's coming in.
Line's nice. Top four. Top four. Make sure. Make sure. Hard, hard, hard.
Line's really good. Yeah,
Gina, go, go, go. Top four.
Top four, despite the top
We're not in top four.
Hey, go, go, go.
Go! Come on, go, go, go.
Well, they are top four.
Great brushing by Simons and Carter. Nicely done to drag that rock.
Well, you have to admire this Kelowna Curling Club squad. The disappointment of losing the Olympic trials, leading going into the last end, giving up 3 to Shannon Clybrink, then coming back to win the Scotties in London, Ontario, and making it to the final here in Lethbridge in 2007.
Well, you like them. I mean, either way, we're going to give her something for 2, right? Because we can't.
I think we can get here.
Such a good shot there from Kelly Scott that Jan contemplated playing the freeze.
Practice, so.
Yeah.
But I think you need to get shots down here and try to make things difficult on Kelly Scott. So she's elected to play the wide in turn. And this rock's going to be coming in from on this type of an angle, and you need to get it right into the back of the forefoot, back of the button. And you can get it almost that much buried if with the perfect weight.
Okay. You got pretty much nothing. So.
Very tough shot.
Should be the same over in the side.
Watch this line
here. So.
Line's pretty good. Where is it?
Line's pretty good.
Pressure shot here for Jan Betker, facing the possibility of Team Canada scoring another deuce.
Gotta go line. Well, you're okay. Okay.
Yep. Go around it.
Oh, yeah.
Around it, but will it go too deep?
Okay.
Slides to the back of the 12.
Do you not know what the weight is? Like. That was a 6, and
it's back.
We just don't have a clue. No.
Almost from the outset, Team Saskatchewan has been struggling with weight.
Well, Jan's concern is that that rock was swept most of the way down, and then look where it ended up, right at the back 12-foot, and yeah, the sweeper's getting caught a little bit.
And nothing was said. That's the biggest thing, so that Lana could make some sort of decision on what to do with that rock.
Yeah, we weren't too tight to it.
There was no numbers called down to let her know that it was too deep.
So easy draw here for Kelly Scott. She can actually use her own as backing, and quite a simple shot for 2.
In front by 3 with the opportunity to really take control for the defending champions. Kelly Scott with the final stone of this 4th end.
Straight. Okay, here it goes. Just T-line. Just T-line.
Well swept.
Kelly Scott made the comment yesterday coming off the ice after her victory over Jennifer Jones, saying she felt much more comfortable than she did after the 1-2 game against Jan Betker, and she has that confidence obviously again today in this championship game, leading by 5 through 4.
The Olympic Winter Games are returning to home ice. Now, the Royal Canadian Mint presents a series of new coins to celebrate our athletes' quest for gold. Winning, though, also takes you, your encouragement and enthusiasm. In fact, without it, their hopes and dreams disappear. Collect our new curling coin from your change, also available at Petro-Canada, or visit an RBC branch today. Collect it and cheer on our Vancouver 2010 athletes.
Come try your first end.
I wasn't sure, but I tried it.
Your very first end. We tried it. You should try it.
Now we do it together.
Get out. Go curling.
It's so much fun!
Meet between the sheets. Be part of a tradition.
Be part of a team.
You don't know what you're missing.
You never forget your first end.
Your very first end. Come play. Discover curling.
See you on the ice.
See you on the ice.
See you on the ice.
Get off your
Back pain. It doesn't just make you feel bad. Robax Platinum doesn't just relieve back pain. It also relaxes those tight, tense back muscles. Robax Platinum, helping you walk away from back pain.
Hey, Bob. Big mess at home.
Uh-oh. Looks like you need a new kitchen faucet. Come on, let's get you started.
Thinking about a renovation? Before a small plumbing project bursts into a large problem, start right at True Value. You know you'll always find friendly expert advice for all your do-it-yourself projects.
Thanks again for all your help.
Hey, don't forget your towel.
True Value. Start right, start here.
I'm afraid it's more than a, spring fling. Here they are behind the couch, on the bookcase, right in front of the window. I think it's over.
There's a better way to reduce springtime allergens. Swiffer Dusters. It has thousands of dust-locking fibers to trap and lock springtime allergens that old dusters stir back in the air. It's the cleaner spring cleaner. Same time tomorrow? Swiffer gives spring cleaning a whole new meaning.
Welcome back. 6-1 for Team Canada after 4, and those are the coveted Hearts trophies. That is what they are playing for. And with me now is Vice President of Kruger Products, formerly Scott Paper, John McClellan. And John, the relationship between Kruger Products and the Tournament of Hearts is so special, the longest standing corporate sponsorship of amateur sport in Canada. What makes it such a unique relationship?
Aaron, I think it's like any relationship. To last that long and be enduring for 26 years, it needs to be managed like a partnership. And the CCA have allowed us to work with them in a collaborative way to grow the event, and they've just been so cooperative, and that's allowed us to continue to make the event the success that it is as well.
Now, I've been talking to the players all week about the diamonds, the rings, the pendants that they get, and what a brilliant idea that they get to wear their trophies, not lock them up on the shelf, but get to wear them.
Yeah, well, that was, we're a consumer packaged goods company, and obviously do a lot of research behind our brands to gain consumer insight. And we decided why not take that sort of approach to the curling event and ask the women what they wanted for prizes. And surprise, surprise, they said diamonds are a girl's best friend. Give us something that we can wear rather than lock up in a closet or put on a shelf.
All right, well, we'll see who walks away with the diamonds here today. Right now, we'll go back up to Don Whitman.
Thank you, Aaron. And they ran out of ideas as to prizes to give Colleen Jones. 20 appearances at the Scotties. Well, in attempting to become just the 5th team to defend a Canadian Women's Championship, Kelly Scott and her Kelowna teammates have taken a big step in that direction. Vera Pieser, 71, 72, 73. Heather Houston in 1988, 89. Sandra Schmerler in 93 and 94. And then, of course, Colleen Jones winning in 2001, 2002, 2003, and 2004.
Top 12.
Not much.
And this is a very goal-oriented team. They've made it very clear what their goals are. They knew that they had this opportunity to win back-to-back. Canadians coming back as Team Canada. They've been very clear that that's what they wanted out of this season.
But not to quite the extent that some newspaper columns did indicate as to family planning leading up to 2010.
I was quite surprised to read in the papers that they had made a commitment to not have any more babies between now and 2010. And we did talk to Jerry Richard about that earlier this week and said, is this true? And he said, you know, I said it in jest, but I didn't mean it, and somebody took it and ran with it. So that is not true. These young women, Renee Simons has 2 children, and Gina Schrader has 1. The family's #1 to them, and that is not a true rumor.
Heel that or the corner? I think the corner. What do you think, Gina?
Yeah, I like that.
8.
So 6-1 lead dictating this call. No need to fool around with those rocks in the rings. Already lying 2. Let Saskatchewan make some sort of play, some sort of move on those stones, and perhaps a double will be set up. So Sasha Carter just looking to play a peel here.
Off. It's trying. Pretty thin
Will it make contact?
Atta girl.
Well, Saskatchewan chose to bring their second lead stone into the house to make that little tap back. Their other choice could have been to throw the second corner guard. So now play being in the house, trying to move the rocks around.
That they might, like, I never moved from where I was.
Probably straight the whole way.
Straight the whole way.
The Saskatchewan team talked in the break just about their struggles with the ice. They don't seem to have a feel for draw weight
Yeah, it's not hack.
or how much curl.
Coming down.
Yeah.
Not a brush has been laid to this stone, and fortunately for Inglis, she makes contact with her own rock, or that would have slid right through the rings.
Oh, she was looking to bump it back with back 8-foot, back 12-foot type weight. Just overthrew it slightly.
She's having a lot of trouble with some of her rocks curling a lot and some not. I think she's trying to make the adjustment herself, and they did talk about that in the break, and they have to come to some sort of agreement between the skip and the thrower. When someone is struggling, do I fix it or do you give me more ice? One or the other, and you need to really concentrate and focus on that agreement.
Well, both seconds, Nancy Inglis and Sasha Carter, have struggled. They're at 66%.
Well, again, it was 2 clean misses in the third end by Sasha, but other than that, she's missed very little. And as opposed to Nancy 66, just kind of been half shots all the way through the game. But we saw the exact same thing happen yesterday. The one nice thing about these rocks, these MCA rocks, is that they curl. The bad thing about them is that they're very unforgiving. When you throw one straight or you turn one in, your mistakes are greatly exaggerated compared to some straighter stones. So it's really, you really need to be confident in your release, and as a skip, you need to be able to read that type of release very well also. So the cream definitely rises to the top with these type stones when it comes to confidence in the way you throw the rock.
Release sensitive, I think maybe the word, makes the good teams look better, and the teams that throw poorly will really be penalized.
Well, some of the teams that are accustomed to having rocks that don't have as much movement to them were having real difficulties early in the week, and that explained many of the missed shots that took place early in the week.
Absolutely.
Well, and unless you're playing a lot of events with in arena conditions, it's almost a completely different sport. It's that much different with these rocks compared to what you would see in a curling club. And you know, a lot of we talk about the World Curling Tour, a lot of those events, they have the same type of stones, very swingy rocks. But for teams that don't get out there and play a lot, it's very new. It takes a while to get used to. This is close to the double.
And both will go.
And with no guards in play, rocks in front of the tee line, very comfortable for Team Canada.
Gina Schrader at 88%. Kelly Scott, the leading shooter, at 94%.
Well, when your teammates are playing well, Kelly Scott is not. She's playing very well, but hasn't had any really tough shots. She's been throwing a lot of
I might need it for lines.
relaxed, open hits, open type draws, and hasn't made any mistakes.
Line's okay, yep. Line's good. Hard.
Got to go for weight on this one.
Yeah, 2. All right, no then. Okay.
Is it fair to also say for Kelly Scott that she's changed her approach a little to the game, not quite as defensive minded as she may have been a couple of years ago?
I would definitely say that when Kelly Scott came onto the scene, she had a lot of successes by playing very defensively because they're such good shot makers. They're very, very good hitters that they could defend. And I think really modeled themselves off of Colleen Jones. The success that Colleen had on these types of ice conditions showed them that they should be defensive. But it also perhaps was a factor in not being able to finish the job at the Olympic trials. So I do think they've looked at their game, and they have a little bit more of a balanced attack, and I did see a lot more rocks in play this week.
Schrader has the advantage over Vey at third stone.
Got a long way to curl
No,
right
no,
now.
no.
Yeah, we got to let it come down a bit. We're 5.
No, lots of line. Not
5,
breaking
6.
yet, not breaking. No. No, higher the better.
This is way out
Better.
there.
We're fine out there.
We're biting 8 foot.
Okay, no, sit. Okay,
That's fine, Gina.
Well, it went from a situation of playing a freeze for Team Saskatchewan to when the guard was accidentally thrown here. It's now you're looking to make sure you can score.
Real positive.
This is not a good looking house for Jan Betker.
Do you like to just tap this back to here?
Yeah.
With the intern?
Yeah.
With just like back 8 weight, you think?
Okay.
Is that
Yeah, I think so. That's all there is.
I think there's lots of options with this intern as well. If you throw the back 8 type of weight, if it doesn't curl enough, you can come off of the rock just thrown by Gina Schrader that's biting the 8 foot.
Okay, where are we going? We're freezing.
But you're right,
Yeah.
Mike. It's getting to the point
back 4,
that
back 8.
Okay,
the
So
4
about
foot
10 or
is
12
getting
feet
covered
more.
up
Yeah,
by
20, something like
blocked
that.
by red
Not
stones.
20. 18.
Okay.
Now this team laughed a lot this week. That's how they stayed loose. They were very loud and they had a lot of fun even in tight situations. And of course, so far this game, there hasn't been too much to giggle about. And I think they need to get back to what worked for
We
them.
got an 8, 9. Okay, line's pretty good. 8,
7.
Yeah, line. Where line?
7.
Yep.
Should start to move right about now.
just a freeze
Slight,
then.
really.
Okay, just a free. We're gonna.
Yeah, we got an 8 here. No.
Okay.
Not bad.
Just by rubbing that stone a little bit,
Every shot just sucks.
Lana really, really struggling as well. But just by rubbing that shot, you bring in the outside red stone as well. A play may be made.
We got this double here.
There's a double and also a raise available to Team Saskatchewan. A couple ways to get out of trouble.
She can cross that and tap that in.
She can't do the run double, eh?
So when
Yeah.
Kelly Scott comes up short here, the
Do you
question
wanna
is,
hit
will Jan
yellow?
Becker try to
I'm
play
just
some sort of
wondering if
hit
she
over
does this
here
run double, she's sitting
and
too
kill this
behind
stone,
yellow.
or
I
does
don't mind this call.
she play
I
a
mean,
little
that's-
raise here
You can then run
and bring the
this
rocks
too.
into play
Yeah.
that way? So there are options available to Jan Becker.
And Sasha was wondering whether she'd play the run back on the yellow as well, which was more dangerous, but there as well.
So as a skip, you really want to make sure
What
you
if
have a
we come
shot to
around
score.
the yellow?
This way?
No, this way. Just a bit around the guard. Yeah. Top 12?
Yeah, like anywhere in here.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Just a biter at most, I guess.
All right.
Another sign of a very good skip, and you want to know exactly where you want this rock if it came perfectly, but you also discuss the plan B. If it's not going to be where we want, where the call is, what will we
Let
accept?
it break. Here we go.
Just cleaning.
Just
Line
clean
two,
it, let it die.
4, 5.
Whoa, on the red still.
Whoa, what do you got?
We're to it. We're to it.
Whoa.
Little bump.
You can cross it.
Yep.
Line's pretty nice.
Great shot.
Well, you heard earlier Jan Betker saying
really
we have to have more communication as to weight. With this Team Canada squad, they're constantly calling out numbers.
Too much weight,
Exactly,
but I like
and-
coming around the yellow.
And they have that routine of doing that ever since we've watched them, Dawn, and I imagine it is one of their goals. Saskatchewan has called a timeout, wanting to talk to Coach Jean Friesen and the 5th, the Sherry Linton, give themselves some time to look at how can they bail out of this situation.
We're in a heap load of trouble.
Yeah.
I think that may be a bit of an understatement by Jan Betker. We're in a lot of trouble.
Well, that's not even counting the scoreboard. She's only looking at this end.
Yeah, that's right.
Tap this to here.
But then she just does
Well,
that.
well, but yeah, guess what? Like, no matter where
Yeah.
we put it, we're going to be giving her something, right?
I think
What do you
Jan
like?
Betker needs to
Nothing?
make an attempt to get
Well-
shot stone.
What happens?
Yeah.
Tap, tap. Where did our yellow come over this way? We just need to.
Well, with this onto this, and it'll come to here, and then she just slams that back. I mean,
Then we might not have anything for one.
What if you just cross the base of this red one just to touch that one?
Yeah.
And then your shooter stays there.
do what? Sorry.
Cross the base of the number 6 just to touch your 4.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just on the high side.
Hit it.
So then on the high side.
Like nose or little cross,
Yeah.
whatever the hit is. Touch the 4 onto the 2.
And just squirt
And
this back.
your shooter
Shake it up a bit, yeah.
Well, the shooter won't stay there. That shooter's going to be over here.
Yeah, because that's.
He knows that we're not.
We'd have to play
We're
the
not gonna
out turn at it, right, and try
Yeah.
and get a nose, and then it should come off with
Yeah. It's just that we got to hit this with enough weight to
kick that.
So like, huh? You need at least back line to hack. Oh no, you need to hit.
Yeah.
Throw weight at
You
it.
need to throw
Can't
hits.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good with that.
I think
Let's do it.
you made a good point, John. I think you need to be shot stone here.
Just past
And
it.
they're looking at this
Yeah.
little right run back.
Well, this is the spot.
And you're hoping that when you make
remember
contact on your yellow, if you hit it
stays
thin enough
fairly-
onto the red, that it won't start spinning and working
There
its
with
way
normal?
back out into the open.
Yeah.
But what
And
you
you
need to
just
do right
cross
now
it
is
a
clear
touch.
yourself a path into the 4-foot. Even if it does spin open, Kelly Scott will make a play on it. Then you'll have a draw to the 4-foot at least on your last one.
Yeah.
If you do not get shot stone here, Kelly Scott throws a guard, you're going to have nothing to score.
I think this is their best chance to get shot stone.
spin out,
Sherry was
yeah.
asking whether you may be able to save your shooter. I don't think you can. I think you have to hit this pretty thin, as you can see,
Not enough to make any.
to make contact with the yellow, a solid contact.
And if you make it good and you do leave it in there, you're shot stone and you're pretty much buried. So you actually still might even have a chance to score too. But tough shot.
No. No.
It's not moving. No, it's not moving. Get up. Get up. There it goes.
And she just drives it past her own. She had to catch a piece of her own onto that Team Canada shot rock.
Missed that by like
Yeah.
millimeter.
And she did miss contact of the second yellow stone, as you can see, just missing that one. But in truth, that needed to move over another like half a stone to make the shot. They had to make a solid contact on the yellow stone to remove shot stone belonging to Team Canada.
Yeah.
So Kelly Scott's just going to guard the
Push it
same
a little
shot
more. Yeah, we can take it at the end.
Yeah.
and take away that raise, the yellow raise now. And Jan Betker will be forced to a wide in-turn draw or a little double on the outside to score her single point. Still going to have a shot.
Yes, I think that the double on the outside is there for sure.
Ryan's pretty nice.
3. Pardon?
Let's clean it in.
Pretty
We're still
tight.
early. Lots of line. Lots of line.
Are you to it?
Yep.
Pardon? Yep.
Can punch it.
Yep.
Hard. Hard.
Bounce it.
Hard.
I think it's pretty good. Didn't line it up very well for Saskatchewan, so I think the double is the shot now. Tough double. You got to throw big weight.
Got nothing over here.
So you got to hit this rock on the
Nothing for
outside
more
and
than
really
one,
kick this one across the 4-foot. It's quite thin,
All right. Well,
but
this
she doesn't
is what I
like
was
it.
given.
What'd you give me to come through and do that?
What did you do?
Where I just came and barely nudged it.
She's actually going to come
We
through
just
the
got by
port
the top one.
here and tap the yellow
Can't remember.
I think it
into
was
the
about
button.
here.
Yeah.
Another option as well.
That's pretty close. With more weight.
Yeah. Maybe a touch less.
I have to get by the guard though, eh?
Yeah. Stick with that.
I'm very surprised that she's not playing that outside double. And she might get a better look at it from the hack and decide how much she can see. Tough shot, either way.
What kind of weight we need here, Jan? Well, just T-line, because we're just nudging it to, right? Okay. Just need to move it a little bit, so what is that here?
Well, through 4 ends,
70, 75?
Yeah.
Kelly
70,
Scott is at
75.
94%,
Yeah.
Jan Betker at 63%,
That
but
looks like a lot of ice still,
Betker
doesn't it?
has
Gotta squeeze by
had
that
by
guard.
far
It does
the more
look like that.
difficult
I think a little
shots
bit
to try
last
and make.
lap.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
If we're crossing center, the center
Fudging.
is fudgy.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying to her down
Yeah.
there. It feels like
Yeah, if you
when you
if
get
you
to the
hang
center,
out-
it just doesn't.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, let her know where it is. Okay.
Calling the sweep will be critical on this shot as well for Jan Betker and her Saskatchewan squad.
Where is it?
9.
Whoa.
Line's okay. Whoa.
Yep.
Close.
No.
Close. Stay close. Yes. Whoa.
Final stone for Betker on this 5th end.
It's in. Yep.
Trying to come through the hole, trying to tap back.
Sit, buddy.
And she's successful. Great shot by Jan Betker.
Well done. That was a tough one.
With the final stone, she picks up the point, trailing by 4 at the halfway point.
Couple of keeps, please.
State your case, young man.
I'm on a first date, and a couple of keiths would be great.
My finest ale would be perfect. Does she possess any land or livestock?
She has a condo and a cat.
Ooh, she's a keeper. Wilson, the pride of Nova Scotia. Hey, Wilson, what's a condo?
Canada's largest coast-to-coast mover, AMJ Campbell, has been moving households and offices locally and internationally since 1934. As the most trusted movers in Canada, AMJ Campbell is your source for your home, office, or do-it-yourself move. At AMJ Campbell, we treat your possessions like they're our own. AMJ Campbell is the only moving company that you can pay on your Sears card to earn Sears Club points. Thinking of moving? Call AMJ Campbell.
In March 08, the world will come to Vernon, British Columbia for the Ford World Women's Curling Championship. Watch for tickets to go on sale soon at Ticketmaster.
This is where the world will rock. Vernon, this is where the world will rock.
The QE2 Foundation Lifestyles Lottery is back. Watch your mailbox for this brochure featuring 2 grand prize showcases. Each home comes complete with a brand new BMW in the driveway. Get your ticket early and you could win this Baystar motorhome at $25,000. It's the early bird prize. There are 3,480 prizes in all. The QE2 Foundation Lifestyles Lottery. Watch for your brochure and act quickly.
This year's winner of the Ford Hot Shots will be the lucky recipient of a 2-year lease of a new 2007 Ford Edge. The players with the highest amount of points advance on to the Hot Shots final. And this time it comes down to Alberta's lead Corey Bartle versus second Kelly Turpin from the Northwest Territories Yukon. A total of 6 shots will be thrown by each player, with a maximum of 5 points being awarded for each shot. The shots will be everything from the hit and stay to the more difficult double takeout. Alberta's Corey Bartle goes in for the hit and stay, and she gets it for 5 points. But it's Kelly Turpin who has the final shot and goes for the double. And she does it with a double takeout. Final results, Kelly Turpin wins with 19 points, Corey Bartle with 11. And so it's a very happy second Kelly Turpin that will go home with the 2007 Ford Edge. 6-2 after 5 here, and I think the whole building took a collective sigh of relief for you there, Jan. You were heard to say that you were struggling a bit with the weight. There was the hog line violation, a couple of misses by Nancy. Do you think that is the pressure that you're reacting to?
I think the ice is just slightly different than it had been all week. And it's thrown us for a loop right from the second end there where I just rubbed on that guard. And, you know, then you start to play catch-up and you put them in their comfortable, fuzzy spot. They love to play the hit game, so it's a long battle back, but we'll put lots of rocks in play and see what happens.
Yeah, let's talk about what you do now to regroup for the second half.
Yeah, well, you know, hopefully we got a little better handle on it now. It seems to be sliding a lot better on the outside and fudging in the middle. We hadn't seen that a whole lot this week, so now that we kind of have that figured out, we think, we're going to just throw lots of rocks in play and see what happens.
All right, thanks very much, Jan Betker. Don, back to you.
Well, Aaron, that was a huge shot, the final stone of the fifth end for Jan Betker. She could have been trailing by 6 going to the break.
Well, although it's only trailing by 4, it still feels like it's 6 points for Team Saskatchewan, just because they haven't found anything comfortable yet, Don. When you're confused by the ice and the conditions, it really does play with your confidence, and confidence is such a big part of this game.
And they talk about the hog line violation. They'll talk about the missed shot by Jan Betker on the second end where she gave up the steal of 2. They fell behind early with some of these difficulties that they encountered in the first couple of ends.
And they just got fooled a little bit on the release. Jan's first zone in this exact same spot, a little bit more weight, a little wider, and hit and rolled out. And they said it takes a while sometimes to get used to ice conditions, and the little miscue there cost them. But this last shot of Jan's in the fifth end should really give her a little bit of confidence, a little boost going into the break. As you mentioned, could have been a 6-point deficit heading into the break, but said sigh of relief is right, not only from Jan's perspective, but the nice thing for Jan is that there's really no question right now what you need to do strategically. It's you just got to go all out for steals, and worst case you want to hold Kelly Scott to single points from now on.
So what strategy will we see very quickly in the next 5?
Well, definitely we need some guards in play. Kelly Scott is very comfortable with the hit game. Her team plays very good defensively. Anything can happen, and I think Jennifer Jones yesterday could tell you just keep throwing rocks in there and hope for a miss and see if the game gets close.
Well, Jennifer Jones fought back in the semifinal to take it to the 10th end before the semifinal was decided. Jan Betker will try to do the same today in this final.
Why M&M? Variety. Yeah, I mean, before dinner was so, Dinner! Boys, dinner's ready! Dinner! Guys? You know, now M&M helps us put together hundreds of meals that we can all enjoy together, which is nice.
So, Randy, what do you think of my curling game? Well, Jim, it looks to me like your game needs a little bit of help. But your family of Strauss products are right on the button, like Strauss Heart Drops, on sale now at a health product retailer near you.
Give it up! You must study harder, not just hockey all the time. Ming Ming Ba.
Come on, Tommy! Dad, what are you doing here?
Hey, Tommy. Double.
Thanks. He's good.
Better than you.
How would you know?
I come watch.
Okay, what team did I play for?
You right wing.
Thanks for coming, Dad.
Give me my picture back.
The Strauss Herb Company has sold over 1 million bottles of the original Strauss Heart Drops. And take it from me, Randy Furby, it's not because Heart Drops taste great. Take the taste test yourself. Strauss Heart Drops, available at your local health food retailer.
With video so popular on the internet, you need faster Eastlink high-speed Internet 10. Eastlink's broadband digital network delivers faster emails, information, music, faster everything, including video. And with Eastlink Internet Security Services, surf safer for less. Eastlink High-Speed Internet 10 with Eastlink Internet Security Services. Only $28.95 a month in a bundle. You'll love it. Details at eastlink.ca. Better, faster, smarter. Eastlink. It's that easy.
Welcome back. 6-2 after 5 here. But Kelly, you jumped out to an early lead yesterday as well, struggled a little bit to maintain that. What do you take from the experience of that into the back half today?
Yeah, it's a tough thing to defend a lead, but now we're basically down to a 5-end game, so just try to limit their scoring opportunities and play it safe when we have last rock.
Saskatchewan seems to be reacting to the pressure here. They're not playing the consistent game that you've seen from them before. How much do you feed off that? How much do you ignore it and play your own game?
Yeah, we're just focused on our 4 players out on the ice, and I'm liking the way the girls are playing. I think all our heads are in the right spots, and we have a good handle on the ice and feeling confident.
I was talking to your dad earlier. He says that you're just so calm under pressure. Who do you get that from?
I don't know. Neither of them were really competitive curlers, so I think they said I was a stubborn girl right from when I was little, so maybe I just made it up on my own.
All right, well, good luck in the second half, Kelly Scott.
Thank you.
And we'll have more 6th End action when we come back here in Lethbridge.
The Scotties Tournament of Hearts on CBC is brought to you by Cashmere, now in a bathroom tissue.
Cashmere is softness. Cashmere is luxurious. Cashmere is irresistible. Cashmere is now in a bathroom tissue.
The Canadian Curling Association appreciates, understands, and wishes to acknowledge the importance of local sponsorship to curling teams across Canada throughout the curling season. In an effort to recognize local corporate support of teams which have achieved the privilege of representing their province or territory at a Canadian Curling Championship, we are pleased to provide some deserving profile to their respective corporate supporters.
The new all-wheel drive, Fusion from Ford.
The Scotties Tournament of Hearts on CBC is brought to you by Ford, built for life in Canada. By Tim Hortons' new breakfast sandwich, it'll make your morning. And by M&M Meat Shops, hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle.
Welcome back to the ENMAX Center in Lethbridge as we continue our coverage of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. In case you're wondering, are comebacks from a big deficit possible after 5 ends of play? Remember 2003? Colleen Jones led Kathy Cunningham of Newfoundland 5-0 after 3 ends. But she needed an extra end to win 9-7.
That's right. Kathy Cunningham actually had a shot in the 10th end to lie 2 and possibly win that game. And fortunately, he got a hit and roll out, and Colleen was actually lucky to escape with a win in that particular game.
On its own. Real tight.
Jan Betker needs to find a way to steal a
Might be
point
in.
here, ideally, in this 6th end.
It's just sliding.
Now, yesterday in the semifinal, both
Well,
of
he
you
kinda
made
said it
comments.
quicker.
Hans Wuthrich, after, talked to both of you about changing ice conditions. You've made comments in almost every event we've done
true.
how ice conditions change in the 6th end.
It's true. You often think that I'm saying the same thing over and over again, but here is another example of curlers not paying attention to, in a big championship game, when we get down to a one-sheet situation, the 6th end is straighter and keener. It is obvious, and Hans actually talked to us afterwards and said, yes, that's what we do.
Finally, somebody.
Finally talking about it. I said, what do you mean? We've been talking about this for a while. When you're in the round robin portion and there are 4 sheets going right across the area of the arena, it's not such a problem. They will buff the sheet with the sheepskin and clean it, and it'll be slightly keener, but nothing like here where he'll actually adjust the temperature to make sure the ice holds throughout the remainder of the game with this many people in the building.
Well, let's see if the 2 teams in this championship game have listened to that advice.
Well, we saw the miss already. You know, it was Marcy who slid it into the top 8-foot on her guard attempt, and Kelly Scott simply hit it. And no mistake on the second guard for Marcy, but it's a little too late at that stage.
Line's nice. You can go for line, yep.
It was Renee Simons yesterday who got caught throwing 2 rocks into the back of the 8-foot in the 6th end, and Jennifer Jones actually had a shot for 3 in 6.
And we talk about the momentum of coming into the final from the semifinal. This is heavy.
There it is again.
But we talk about that momentum that you're coming off of a win. You've just played the day before, but also you get a practice run on very similar ice conditions from the semifinal to the final versus from the round robin page playoff to the final. There's a bit of a difference.
7.
Day off.
Okay,
That's right.
Okay. Yeah, line's okay. Yeah, we slide. 8.
We talked about this at, we've had our debates about the 1-2 game, and I think if you knew that you were going to win the semifinal, it's nice to have that, to lose the 1-2 game, knowing that you're going to still have that spot. Obviously, you don't have that luxury, but it's kind of a little dress rehearsal for the final, and quite often you may be a little bit better prepared. But it's also amazing too how often that number 1 team in the round robin actually ends up winning the events too. And Kelly Scott 10-1 this week has been very solid.
You're correct. We've also talked a lot about the little differences, and Dawn, you've pointed some of them out, just how much Team Canada talks with each other and the constant communication. This team from Saskatchewan is a new team. They haven't worked out whose role is it to do all the talking and the communicating when somebody's struggling, when they need communication down the ice. They're just too new. They haven't had enough experiences to work it all out.
3. 2, 3. Okay, line's okay. Whoa, let it die. Whoa, it's going it's crazy here again. Okay, line's okay though. Whoa, line's okay. Whoa. Yep. Line's okay. That's good. It's fine. Good shot. Good notes.
High guard by Team Saskatchewan. And that's the stone that Kelly Scott wants removed. Tuesday, it's the best of the Rick Mercer Report, featuring some of the most memorable moments of the season, chosen by you, including Rick's practice with the Saskatchewan Roughriders, his sleepover at the Prime Minister's house, and skinny dipping with Bob Ray. Followed by This Hour Has 22 Minutes, all this Tuesday starting at 8 on CBC Television.
Go, Renee, right to the boards. Come on. Let's go.
Sasha Carter making the peels in the 6th end. Yesterday in that semifinal, she really struggled with the straighter ice and flashed a peel. So did Gina Schrader. So they've made that accommodation here in the 6th end for the straighter ice.
Still not a bad situation here, though, for Jan Betker with, again, Renee Simons coming deep. Nice freeze was made, and Saskatchewan in a pretty good spot here.
2.
Need to make a series of guards here.
Gotta move. 2, 3. Okay, line's okay. 2. Yep.
They use the number system. 2 is that halfway guard.
3. Oh, 3. Yep. Cross center. Okay, no, that's good. Okay, good.
Very nice.
Saskatchewan here on N6, desperately trying to steal, trailing by 4 points.
Let's come up a little bit, Sash. Okay.
And just look at those numbers, 88% through 5 ends.
Whoa, clean, 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 you're fine. Nice shot, Gina.
Well done.
When Kelly Scott made her first appearance at the Scotties in 2005, Michelle Allen played third. She is now the 5th member of the team, Gina Schrader, throwing third stones and throwing them very well for Team Canada.
Well, Michelle Allen came in for Gina because Gina had a baby 2 years ago. So, as I said, this team, the 5-person team, has been intact for Team Canada for several years. And they just work so very well together. Like-minded individuals, commitment to training, commitment to the time it takes to travel and compete.
Go, 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 go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Quick, 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 quick. Good
Saskatchewan doing a good job of playing almost perfect guards.
Well, it's going to get to a point likely on Kelly. Kelly Scott will just have to decide on her first on whether or not she wants to make some sort of freeze attempt on that stone at the back of the forefoot. The intern freeze has been there all in to get out of trouble. I think in a closer game you would have seen Kelly Scott make a move into the ring sooner, but she wants to make sure that she has an open path at the forefoot to score on her final stone. But with one here from Jan Betker, I think we might see a draw or a tap attempt on that stone at the top 12 foot from Kelly Scott.
I think she will. So what do you want to do? Yeah.
Jan recognizes that there will be an
I just think
attempt
we're
made.
behind the tee line. It's not a hard shot for her. I know.
Difficulty is for Jan
like
that by
that?
coming into the ring,
I mean,
if
even
she
if
ever
we're
left
here.
some sort of double and
That's not bad either.
multiple
Yeah.
score here for
But yeah,
Kelly Scott would really kind of put the game out of reach. Even a single here wouldn't be the end of the world for Jan. She obviously would love to steal.
Before when I had that other one that ended
But
up,
by coming in, you're really opening up the door for Kelly Scott to make some sort of raise or a double to score 2 or 3 in this end.
Yeah.
Very dangerous shot here.
Dangerous shot dictated by the situation that they need to put some pressure on Kelly Scott.
If we throw another guard, she's probably just going to come in there, hey, 'cause it's behind the tee.
Well, maybe.
Okay, this
is running 75 over
trying to duck a corner behind her.
Okay.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
It's
running
this
a little
should be
quicker
really
on the
keen
outside.
here.
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
A guard is fine as well, right? We just can't be heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there have been flies in the arena all week.
All right, so top 12-ish, kind of half ducked around there would be great. Top 8. If it's light, let her know, and then we can play the guard. Okay.
Betker has been more successful with her draw attempts through the first 5 ends than with
Lots
takeouts.
of line.
7, 6.
6. Line's good.
4 line.
6, 7. Yep. Whoa,
6.
lots of room.
4
6.
line.
Lots
Just
of
line.
line.
It's not moving.
Coming down.
Still 6. Still not
4.
going
No.
anywhere.
It's not moving.
Are you here?
No, it's too late.
Okay,
No.
well then, just leave it. Leave it. Okay.
Okay. Right, was good. It just didn't.
Not a bad
nose
result there for
yellow.
Jan. It takes away the freeze, just as effective as a guard, really. Question now, do you run the double if you're Kelly Scott, or do you tap your own stone back?
It's right on the nose. Yeah.
You want to nose it so that you lose it and leave your shooter right there?
Let's just bang, bang.
Okay.
Yeah. 9.
Jennifer Jones, the 2005 champion, semifinal loser to Kelly Scott. A loser to Scott in the final last year in London, Ontario.
Playing the hit.
9.
Okay.
Just coming into nose.
Danger here is if you leave it out wide a little bit and cross the top of that back yellow stone, you could jam it, leave Saskatchewan line 2.
And this is the center line in the second end that Jan on her first one seemed to float and hang, and the second one cut. So it's a very tricky spot.
Kelly Scott trying to push her own back onto the shot stone.
Go, 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 go!
She'll catch enough of it, or no, she won't get enough of it to move it back for second shot.
A little break there for Saskatchewan, and as Joan mentioned in the previous end, the rock at the top 12-foot is a guard. And Jan Betker can get this around into the top of the 4-foot. Will have a really good chance of stealing here. More than one as well if she can get it right into the, just bite the full 4.
Yeah. The only problem with this draw, it's very different than her first draw. You heard her talk to her sweepers. When you stay away from the fudge, you know it's normal keen and the sweepers can drag a long way. This one will be coming into that slide path area that sometimes is slower. So it's just a little bit different path.
Top bite of 4.
Good opportunity though, and you know, you're down early in this game. To get back into the game, you need to make the odd draw, and this one, top of the 4-foot, would be perfect.
Line's good, lots of room.
6.
6. Line's good.
6 being a top 4.
Well, if you can. Go. Yep, go then. Got lots of line still. Lots of line. Lots of room. It's coming.
Go
it's coming nice
not
now.
bad. Yep.
Finish it.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Go.
Yep. Go!
You're gonna get second shot. There again.
They wanted to sweep that rock, but because of the line, they were waiting for it to make a move.
I know, because I said line's fine.
It's a mistake from the sweepers there. They need to get that another 6 inches to lie too.
That's a couple of times there have been sweeping errors.
Yeah.
And that's just a little, just getting caught ever so slightly on this ice. And although Kelly Scott is playing the draw, the wide draw, just for her single point.
She has to get a piece of the 4-foot if she's going to score.
Is it there with the intern at all, Gina? The intern draw?
Nah, you gotta bite the 4-foot.
She's much more room with the original call.
Okay, I'll throw it positive.
The reason why I like this draw better is because they won't get to that slide path area. The sweepers have such a wider range of area, ability to drag it if they need to, right to the 4-foot and get her 1 point.
I think the major concern for Kelly Scott is if it starts curling early, that they only need to nudge that Saskatchewan zone a couple of inches to give up a steal of 2. So she'll miss this wide, if anything.
Let it come up a bit.
Do you need help?
No,
you need T-line.
We're good.
Line's perfect.
Okay,
T-line.
Right to 7.
T-line. Finish it if you can for line.
Still gotta move
Finish
a bit.
it. It's got to curl.
4.
It's got to curl. Go for back 4.
Yep. Gotta go for weight.
She needs a piece of the 4-foot if she's going to score.
Right over.
Will it come over enough? Oh, that's very close, but I think it's a steal of 1 for Saskatchewan.
And you know, Mike, you just said that. It's in your head about the rock being at the top, and I think she just made sure she was out there a little farther. Perfect, really, wait. It was all a line shot.
They're going to measure just to make certain as to whether or not Saskatchewan has stolen a point.
Enough to measure. Kind of looks like that.
But I agree with Kelly. I think it is Saskatchewan.
Well, it looks like that you should always measure in a situation like this. A glimmer of hope, a little bit of confidence here for Saskatchewan. They made some nice shots in that end. They were able to figure out the ice enough to place some stones.
That's a big point, really. I mean, it's at more than a glimmer, I would say. This is a very important point here for Team Saskatchewan from the momentum side.
You saw the needle move past one of the ticks. It is yellow.
Well, a little wobbly on the movement to the red stone, but it is Saskatchewan stealing 1, trailing by 3 with 4 ends remaining.
There's another party coming around to good old Regina Town. It's Hardy Gras in the Hot Stop Lounge. Hardy Gras, the talk of the town.
First came Party Gras, and next February, it's Hardy Gras, the Canadian Women's Curling Championship at the Brandt Centre. Best seats in the house are on sale now at Ticketmaster.
Scotties, Tournament of Hearts.
Hey, Bill.
Steve, looks like you had a barbecue meltdown.
right before the big party.
Come on, we'll get you started again.
Planning on making some changes to your backyard? From barbecues and lawnmowers to garden tools and accessories, we've got you covered. Plus, friendly expert advice. Start right at True Value for all your do-it-yourself projects.
Perfect.
Thanks again, Bill.
Whoops, don't forget your fire extinguisher.
True Value. Start right. Start here.
The Olympic Winter Games are returning to home ice. Now, the Royal Canadian Mint presents a series of new coins to celebrate our athletes' quest for gold. Winning, though, also takes you, your encouragement and enthusiasm. In fact, without it, their hopes and dreams disappear. Collect our new curling coin from your change, also available at Petro Canada, or visit an RBC branch today. Collect it and cheer on our Vancouver 2010 athletes.
Every year, we get more than 16 feet of natural snow. Good thing. Marble Mountain, Newfoundland, for the vertically inclined.
The QE2 Foundation Lifestyles Lottery is back. Watch your mailbox for this brochure, featuring 2 grand prize showcases. Each home comes complete with a brand new BMW in the driveway. Get your ticket early and you could win this Baystar motorhome at $25,000. It's the early bird prize. There are 3,480 prizes in all. The QE2 Foundation Lifestyles Lottery. Watch for your brochure and act quickly.
4 young Canadians will be grilled by 4 ex-PMs in a battle for $50,000 and the title of Canada's next great Prime Minister. Join me as I host Canada's next great Prime Minister, Sunday, March 18th on CBC.
The sweet art of the con. Be cool. Go big and always expect the unexpected.
I love this job.
Are you game? Hustle, Tuesday at 9 on CBC.
Once you've skied marble, everything else seems, well, a little flat. Marble Mountain, Newfoundland, for the vertically inclined.
And there she is, Jennifer Jones, the pride of Manitoba. Welcome back. We're 6-3 in the 7th end here, and Jennifer Jones joins me now. Jennifer, you've had a day to reflect on your performance yesterday after having such a consistent week. Can you give me your reactions to the game yesterday?
Yeah, you know, we just weren't as sharp. We were on the other side of the inch. We just rubbed or just missed doubles, and it just wasn't our day, and sometimes that happens. Kelly's team played very well and, you know, would have liked to have been just a little bit sharper and made the game a little bit better.
A superb season for you, though, top of the money board on the World Curling Tour. What is next for your rink?
We're off to the Canada Cup in a couple of weeks, so, you know, I'm sure we'll have great ice conditions there, and hopefully we'll go on and play well and see if we can win some money.
You've been knocking heads with the 2 teams here in the final all week. Give me your reactions on the game so far.
Yeah, you know, Jan's gotten caught on the ice a little bit too. They've over-curled on a few of their rocks, and I think she's got a better handle on it. You know, you never know what can happen in this game. I'm sure there'll be lots of rocks in play to end the game.
All right, Jennifer Jones, thanks very much.
Thanks a lot.
And Dawn, back to you.
Well, Jennifer, I think with a very good assessment of this championship game based on what she experienced yesterday when she trailed by a score of 4-1, took it to the final end before losing 7-5. She had some opportunities for some comebacks in the latter stages of the game, and she, in this championship final, anticipates that perhaps Jan Betker will be able to battle her way back from the big deficit she also faced.
I think they are very similar games. That Jennifer Jones did have the same problems with their rocks over curling in the first half, and then got a handle on placing rocks. And as we've always talked about, it is very difficult to defend a lead with the 4 rocks rule by playing defensively. You need to continue to play aggressively because there will be rocks in play. It's a great chance here for Renee Simons to put another rock in the top of the house, on top of her own.
Wait for it. Close. Whoa,
6, 7.
Yep. Can we go by? No. Yep. Go, guys. Yep. No. Yeah, it's right in the middle. Sit. Okay.
An opportunity missed there by Renee.
blocked off here now. We got to do something, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't mind it. Firm.
Okay.
Playing the double.
Let's go, Nance.
Even if you just hit and roll over in front of that stone in the forfeit would be fine as well, but double would be nice.
Feel, eh?
Yeah.
That's good.
Just nudging the other Team Canada stone.
Only she could get a roll off of that, hey?
Nancy Inglis at 60%, Sasha Carter at 67% on takeouts, with Sasha Carter overall having a 75 to 69% edge.
Well, I think it's fair to say both the seconds are having an off game.
Hard. Hurry! Roll a little, Gina.
Hurry! Go, Gina! Go, go, go! Okay.
Not a bad double. Better than it was. Only one guard out there now.
Fortunate for Sasha to get something out of that shot. She was looking for a straight peel and it completely overcurled.
That's not bad. No, if I was going to stick, I'm glad I got the double.
Sasha always seems to be smiling, doesn't she?
She does. She's just a great person. Has a wonderful attitude and she contributes a lot to this team.
Two. Yeah, hold it out there. Yep. Hold it out there. Hard. Okay, line's okay. Line's pretty good. Oh. Pretty good. Okay, that's good. That's good. No, that's good. Okay, good. Sit. Stop.
And again, a sweeping error just based on missed judgment. They called it 2. If that rock stopped halfway, it would have been the right line. But because it went farther and closer to the house, it overcurled. So definitely some problems judging by the sweeping on this team.
A good chance here for Team Canada to make a little hit and flop behind those guards and really put Saskatchewan in some difficulty.
Is it up? Whoa. Clean. Whoa, off.
Whoa.
Off. Is it up?
No.
Whoa. Early side. No. Renee, you got a good roll.
Whoa. Wide, Renee, wide.
Good shot by Sasha Carter.
9.
9?
Yeah.
So now Team Saskatchewan has 2 choices. They could hit and roll, or they could just use the guards in a straight draw, and that's what Jan is asking Lana Vey. Come around those guards, get one in the top 4 buried.
Got 5, 6. Line's pretty good. Well, if you can.
Got a 4. Coming down.
Okay,
4,
yeah.
5. 5.
5 is 8 foot.
Yeah, hard then. Yep. Hard. Go. Quick. Go, guys. Quick. One more. Go.
They get it to the top of the button for shot block.
Great brushing.
Not bad. It's partially exposed though, and there is access to that stone.
You got that? No. Let's take the red guard.
And again, Team Canada not willing to take any chances here. Just going up and peeling the guard.
Would there be any reason to take chances?
Well, when I say take a chance, I mean throw like a hack waiter down at that one and that Saskatchewan just threw. And if you're tight and wreck on the guard, that's fine.
An either or shot, yeah.
So, yeah, it wouldn't have been a high risk shot. That stone, you know that the Saskatchewan's going to make a better guard this time than what was there already.
So this guard will finish a ton. Yeah. Just nice.
At third stone, Gina Schrader with the edge over Lana Vey.
We heard Lana Vey in the hack talking with Nancy and Marcy about how her rock might finish. And again, I will point out, her and Jan's rocks will not curl as much as Nancy's, and that's all part of getting to know each other and where to put the broom down.
2, 3. Okay, it's not moving. 3. Yep.
Okay,
Need to get this rock
Yep. Yeah,
at least to the center line.
Hard. Hurry! Quick! Okay,
Well done. Just a very scary position to be in, though, for Saskatchewan with that one rock in the forefoot and you having to make guard after guard after guard. And if Team Canada is able to make the double peel here, even make things even more difficult. And you know, it's tough enough with two guards out front, but to throw one guard with the game on the line, really, you hate to give up 2 or 3 points here in the 7th end.
Clean.
Kelly Scott taking a look at the angle of those two guard stones.
Hard on the red.
But really, Mike, Team Saskatchewan has nothing to lose. They feel that they're at the 3-point deficit playing the 7th end, that they have to take those scary chances.
For sure, yeah. Good break there, though, for
what do you like?
For Saskatchewan.
Absolutely.
You can't play that though because then we'll set up a double.
No.
Do you like to play the in off that one? Draw another one? Can't really do that.
Another guard's kind of useless, isn't it?
Well, we throw another guard and she yells at. She won't be on the button, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she'll just run into it.
Yeah.
What do you guys like?
We like hitting one of the red ones.
Yeah.
You've got a perfect guard already, so.
The 8, yeah.
I never hit really thin, not the double, but we'll just try and. Okay, Nancy had peel.
She had like.
It's amazing how much Marcy talks when I'm not there.
Just like,
I know just how she feels.
These are hanging fairly straight.
I know it's been said all week, so I might as well say it myself. She has definitely been a leader on this new team and in giving that input from the front end.
Joan, we appreciate your self-deprecating sense of humor.
No. Just sit right side by each, so that's the best we can hope is that she faces 2 with her last. Okay, well, let's try and get
I think this is well thought out, and just as we were talking about before Saskatchewan came to make the call, it's scary when you don't have last rock. Great opportunity to take away a little bit of that fear by getting another rock in there.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Curled. Close. Yep. Whoa.
Good roll.
Nicely done. Nicely done. There's the smile on Jan's face, and I think it's the first time this game that they could start to read the ice.
Off the button.
No, that's to this side. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
It's in a good spot though. It's going.
This is the key to get off, right?
Yeah.
There haven't been many of these moments in this championship game.
Sure has been a lot all week, though, Don. I have been here since Monday morning, watching the teams and being a sister, and they have played so well. These types of shots, placing stones. And we're starting to see that form again now, but soon see whether it's too little too late.
Yeah, during the first 5 ends, Jan seemed to be a little uptight.
Well, you're waiting for shots to be made, and it's frustrating. And you know, I think Joan can answer this a little bit better, but I think Jan typed the wear emotion on her sleeve a little bit, and you know, you never doubt as to what she's thinking, but that's okay. You know, you have to find your own comfort zone as a skip. Big shot here for Kelly Scott, looking to run that yellow one back into the pile and hopefully open things up. I don't see all the yellows going.
Wait for it. Whoa. Close. Yeah. Whoa.
But she would certainly like to get rid of a couple of them.
Definitely. It's just crossing the face.
Take your red.
She worked out not too badly for her.
It's a great shot.
Open things up. And you know, Jan Betker, I think will have to hit in line 3 here. And maybe hope for a rollout or something like that from Kelly Scott. But certainly Kelly has a shot now on her last one.
I agree. I agree, Mike, that it's too scary to leave second shot and try to place a perfect guard on such swingy ice.
Yeah. Not really. Yeah.
Good either. Well, actually, even if we do a throw to there, right? Then she's got to cross it a bit. Well, I mean, that's her only hope, right?
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
I think, again, if you're Jen, give her one.
I don't know what you're thinking then.
No,
Tell me what your
I
options
just
are.
don't. I don't really see anything good.
You know, you're going to be 4 down playing 8. Take your deuce. Try to steal 9 and 10. That's how things are looking. I think if you told her that after the 5th end break, she would have been happy.
I think we have to get just like a smidge flip in, just to.
So do we come off the back of that one, or we're just moving it over? We're gonna be
Hitting
side
it.
by- Yeah, I know, but we're gonna be the roll.
Yeah, we'll just kind of just over
Side by
towards
each.
Marcy. Yeah. Okay.
When Nancy was talking about coming off the back, she was talking about coming off the back of her own stone.
Yes,
own yellow,
rolling. Where will the roll go? And basically that's for the sweepers to be in position to take a roll.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. All the way.
This is curling.
Hard. Yep.
So going to curl too much.
Hurry. Quick.
Not the end result that they wanted.
It's pretty good, though. If Kelly Scott rolls at all to the outside, that shot that Jen Betker just threw will end up shot stone. So you see, if she hits it a little on the high side, on the outside of the stone, it will roll to the outside off this stone and possibly up a little bit. And I think you might end up seeing this stone ending up shot stone. So she really, it's a nose hit. There's no catch
That's enough, Gina?
available there on that outside
Should
stone.
we go a little more? I like that ice. Okay.
Leading by 3, the final stone of 7 for Kelly Scott and Team Canada.
Whoa, room, clean. 10.
Looking at 3 Saskatchewan stones.
Whoa, clean, yeah. Right
Kelly
to
Scott
it.
needs a nose hit to score 1.
Nice control weight.
And she's got it. 3 ends remaining, and the defending champions lead by 4.
All right.
Scotties, proud supporter of women's curling for over 25 years.
Jimmy up! You must study harder, not just hockey all the time. Ming Ming Ba.
Come on, Tommy! Dad, what are you doing here?
Hey, Tommy. Double.
Thanks. He's good.
Better than you.
How would you know?
I come watch.
Okay, what team did I play for?
You right wing.
Thanks for coming, Dad.
Give me my picture back.
Back pain. It doesn't just make you feel bad. Robax Platinum doesn't just relieve back pain. It also relaxes those tight, tense back muscles. Robax Platinum, helping you walk away from back pain.
He must make the double. He has to save the shooter.
It's a tough shot, let me tell you.
The Canadian Championship and a trip to the Air Canada Silver Brooms. Hackner must kill both Alberta stones and save the shooter.
Oh, he's well out there. Now it's starting to curl. Is he going to hit it thin enough?
He's going to get a piece of it. He may have it.
Oh, listen. Can you believe that? That is the most fantastic shot I've seen in curling.
At the ENMAX Center in Lethbridge, 3 ends remain in this 2007 championship game. Canada leads by 4 over Saskatchewan. Monday night on CBC television, Canadian skating great Kurt Browning is back in this spectacular showcase of speed, grace, and skill. Don't miss performances by Canadian, world, and Olympic champions, along with musical favorites, the Bare Naked Ladies. It's Kurt Browning's Gotta Skate 6, Monday at 8 on CBC television. Team Canada, 81% through 7 ends. Saskatchewan at 76%.
Stay close, it's really cutting.
5-6.
Yeah, no, we're 7-8. We're 7-8.
This facility that has played host to the Scotties in Lethbridge, originally constructed for the 1975 Canada Games that were held in this southern Alberta city. The Canada Games of 2007, currently underway in Whitehorse.
2, 1, 2. Okay, line's fine. Don't really want a 1. A 2 would be better. It's okay, it's a 2. Yeah, 2 would be better. Yep, keep it coming. Yep, keep it coming.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good. How's it going?
This is how the scoring has gone in this championship game, and the steal of 2 when Jan Betker was inside on a takeout attempt in the second end with an opportunity to score 2 herself really put Saskatchewan in a hole.
Great weight.
Really, that if you make that, it's a 4-point swing really in that particular end, and Jan got fooled on the ice. But, yeah, not a terrible situation, not as bad as it was anyway at the break for Saskatchewan. They really need to focus on getting a 2 here, and if they take 2 here, and then you just go all out for steals of 9 and 10, and you can tie this game up. And if you ever get a miss from Kelly Scott, you may even sneak a 3-ender here. But waiting for misses is a tough way to play.
That's right. They need to focus on using their last rock to get their deuce. And as you say, see what develops in the last 2 hands.
Peel attempt for Sasha Carter. We've talked about what's at stake for these 2 teams in this championship game. An opportunity to go on and represent Canada at the upcoming World Championships. A return trip to the Scotties next year in Regina. Federal funding.
Here we go, Nan.
An opportunity to play in the Canada Cup, the Continental Cup, and a step towards perhaps securing a berth in the 2010 Winter Olympics in Vancouver.
Big prize, and there's a miss though. We're looking for the peel and got a nose hit.
That's 3, 4.
Yep, hard. Hard line.
5.
Hard line. Hard. It's going to be all over the guard. Oh,
Just
over the guard.
Yeah, we're just 2. Yeah, 3.
And here's a miss by Saskatchewan.
And not too bad though. There's another guard.
No, that's all right.
Really don't want to leave a double on the guards, and
okay.
tricky little double there, but might be there.
Can I get them both with that intern?
Which one do you want to get rid of?
Nah.
Can't hit the yellow early?
Yeah, peel that one. Think you might just stick there, but lots of weight.
Take that red in if you can.
Definitely the shooter will start spinning to the right as we're looking at it if you hit about half that yellow stone, and you may even kick your own into the rings.
Could play it with the other on the outside as well, the double peel. Sasha's been struggling a little bit with these peels.
Right up.
Looks good.
Right
with
to
her
it.
rocks
right to it.
over
Go, go,
curling.
Go.
Go, Renee.
Take the red. Go, go, go.
Yeah, go,
That
Renee.
worked
Go,
out
Renee.
very
Go,
well.
go, go.
Great shot.
Nice shot, Sash.
Well, Sasha Carter had the bad end, the third end, where she missed a couple of shots. She's improved her numbers since then. Now it's 77% through 7 ends.
That was a nice comeback after nosing her first peel in this end. Really helping the cause there for Team Canada here in the 8th.
I don't hear. 9. 10.
Okay, lines.
Yeah. Not bad.
Yeah.
Just looks like
We
it's
can't go.
Line's
Line's
good.
okay.
Line's good.
Just walking over
All there.
sideways. It's amazing the amount of curl on this ice.
Okay.
Just a little heavy.
It really wasn't that far off. Nancy has been struggling. Lack of confidence.
Easy 9. Clean only. We've got some room. Clean. Gotta come up a bit. Clean. Yep. Whoa, whoa. Whoa.
Gina Schrader right on target.
Great shot.
That is a great shot. It got rid of
Great
the
shot,
rock
Gina.
behind the tee line that could be used by Saskatchewan. Keeping her shooter right in front.
Line's okay. Whoa, line.
Saskatchewan in
We got
position
that.
here,
8.
trailing by 4, where they
Seven.
need
Line's good.
big
Yeah,
shots
line's
from both
probably
Lana
good.
Bay
Yeah, it's
and
gotta curl.
Jan Betker.
No, here it comes. Straight freeze. No, it's gotta move. It's gotta move. That's there. No, it's gotta move. Bumping. Okay, nice weight.
Very nice weight thrown by
9.
Lana, but again, the
Was that a little
inability
light?
to
No, I liked
read
it.
where to put the
That's good.
broom down in the second half of the game when the ice is a little bit straighter than the first half.
Maybe a bit more. Yep. Bit more. Yeah. Hard all the way. Hard. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Nose. Shot. Pistol.
Right on target for Gina Schrader, and Team Canada lies
Shot,
3.
Gina. Good throws.
Okay, just
That
T
one got
line
a little
weight.
curl, eh?
Okay.
Nice little wad and maybe
Okay.
Somewhere about the same.
Yeah, pretty much the same.
Okay.
just a tad.
So Lana Bay asked to throw about the same shot, just a tap back the rock just delivered by Gina Schrader.
Good.
Yeah, we're there.
Whoa.
The
Might need to
2/3,
go.
Gina
No.
Schrader and Lana Bay have
26.
been the most
No.
consistent performers
This
through
line.
7 ends
Yeah,
of
they're
play
all
for their
there.
respective
No.
teams.
Jeez, I gave her a
Curl.
Schrader at 86%, Bay at 84%.
That's a good shot.
Very nice.
Good.
So, decision for Kelly Scott.
shot, huh?
Now to skip stones. You get line 2. Do you guard?
Time, please.
And
She's going to ask for some help in making the decision.
Picking in either direction. You jam there, you jam there. I'm kind of thinking a tight biter. Not in the rings. It's kind of in front of it.
Obviously, you can't really do much with that.
As long as we're in front of her.
That or
She's
peel the
always
corner.
got the 7 to come off of.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to peel the 7 then?
No, too late to do that now.
Well, you just don't want to.
Can we
front
go
of it?
in front of it, a biter?
Yeah, I think we play it right in fairly tight, so it's okay.
Even a 3. A 3, because then if she angles it, she won't roll on.
Yeah. Yep, good tight guard's good.
In the way.
Yep, yeah, I would just block theirs.
Okay.
We know that path pretty good with the out turn coming down.
Yeah.
And we want to be in the rings.
I'd say
biter at
just short. That way,
Yeah.
if she runs it through, she won't be rolling that one onto
Yeah.
the rings.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You bet.
And the reason the
Those
guard
are
is good is that
overcurling center, so we gotta get out
for
to there.
Jan Betker to remove those Canada stones, it's going to take 2 shots. Playing a short little raise, the double isn't there. So make the raise a little bit more difficult. Play a nice tight guard and make Saskatchewan make a shot. The danger, of course, if you play the peel, you could leave one in the rings, and you hate to make it for them at this stage of the game.
That's right. I really like this
Yeah,
call.
just worried now that it's not cutting as much that it won't finish as
Yeah.
hard.
This is really tight, and on a good line, you may see Jan Betker play the raise on this guard.
Lots of
Close to a
rotation.
3. Let it bend. Let it bend. Line's nice.
What do you got?
Line's
3,
good.
4.
Need a 3 for line.
Coming down a bit.
Whoa, line. Whoa, easy.
Not quite a 3, Gina.
No.
Okay, whoa,
No.
whoa, whoa.
Yep,
Close.
yep. Easy. Yep. Yep. Go, go, go. Hard.
Go, go, go.
It's a little higher than they would have liked.
Okay.
The intern may be there with backline weight. So again,
Right.
still won't be shot stone yet.
I thought I was tighter than that for weight. I was more worried about it losing it at the end.
I don't really have anything here, Lana, that's any good at all.
No. If you roll way over, then she might have, you know, if we don't, she'll have a hit and roll to the.
Well, we played a run on that one.
Yeah.
Stick it, and then we still got 2 shots.
Yeah. Don't mind that. If we sit here, knows that
That's
one.
not good either. Knows it?
Obviously, we'll hit if we can. But if, say, she rolls like behind the corner, would we discard this side of the yellow?
Yeah.
And say, kind of draw for your 1?
Yeah, we can't just have that one if she guards it.
Well, that's a red coming in anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think she can run.
She can't run.
Like red on the nose. It's not bad.
Yeah.
You like that?
Don't mind it.
I have to make sure we get 1. Even though
I'm just thinking if we do,
I'm gonna take a time out.
if we nose and sit here, is she gonna go after it and nose it, or?
Yes.
Do you think we'd maybe have a
Yeah.
double?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Gotta get to the nose though. Can you see all of this one, you guys? Oh, well.
All plus.
You wanna nose it?
The edge of the yellow.
Do you want to take your time in it?
What do you guys like?
Do you like doing this?
Yeah, I kind of like that. Do you like
What does
Marcy?
Marcy like?
Well, I either like the freeze or the hit and roll.
Okay.
But the hit and roll is risky because you don't want to roll out. But
I really like this call. I think that you need to get another Yellowstone in there and take your chances that Kelly Scott will make a play on it and leave you some sort of double to count to. It's critical.
Well, it's tough. I'd rather we play the run and try and nose it and try and leave ours. And but either way,
it is a tough,
yeah.
Trying to just nose this and
Good, Jen.
leave their shooter in this area somewhere. Even if it rolls a little to the outside is fine. But right now, there's not a lot of good options for Saskatchewan.
There isn't a lot of good options to get your 2 points. But you have to take whatever is going to give you your best chance, and I think this is the call.
Hard! Whoa! 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 Get up. Whoa! That's
It
good.
stays right there.
So they're hoping that Kelly Scott's going to make a mistake here and leave her shooter in a position that there's a double for 2.
Yes.
9.
The shot for Kelly Scott just to peel it out and roll away.
That's right. Kelly Scott doesn't need to have her shooter stay anywhere close to this rock. Just needs to peel it out.
And then it's going to be a hard time for Saskatchewan to score 1, let alone 2.
The mistake here on the part of Scott would be a nose hit.
Nose hit or a roll about a foot to the right as we're looking at it there would be disastrous for her. So she'll try to peel it out.
8-8.
This is part of Kelly Scott's game. I think has improved a lot since last year. Her ability to throw the bigger weight.
Clean.
Oh, I agree, Mike.
Clean.
Big difference.
Found some extra speed in her kick out of the hat.
Easy. Roll it out. Yeah, make sure. Yep.
It's a good-looking shot.
Right out.
She wanted to roll it out, and she's successful in doing just that.
Well done.
So
Nice shot, Cal.
how do you get in there, and it's either
How much
tap
can you
back or
see
a
of that
draw.
yellow?
No.
There's a very
You
low
see any of the
percentage
yellow? Just an edge.
redirect
Just an
off of
edge.
the top.
Just
Red.
the edge? Like
Yeah,
there?
but we got nothing there, Lana. Because we, you know, to have enough weight to push it out of the forefoot, there's no way it'll finish. The only thing we got is that.
What about the in-off?
Well, it's kind of a redirect off to the red stone off of the in a 12-foot.
Yeah.
What do you guys
It's
like?
there.
I think we got to run that in, the yellow end.
Do you
We gotta
think
try
this
and
is
get
here?
It's not there, Lana.
Okay.
There's no way.
Marcia likes this one, in off here, and try to catch the top half of this stone. And the danger, it's not
I don't
danger,
mind
but
that.
it's
I know,
really
you can't
tough to
really
have
drop it.
both
I know,
stones
how
stay
can
in
you
the
drop it?
rings. And the other one
Right, you
that
can't.
Joan was looking at was maybe just kind of
Going there, but
redirecting
that's
off
really
this stone and
hard
have your
to-
shooter
Okay,
hit the
let's
top
try
of this
this then.
stone.
Got to hit it right.
And again, saving
right
the
here.
second one is really tough.
That's probably going to spill off, isn't it? Is it even there for two? If it's not there for two, then we play that one.
Or, you know, I doubt it hasn't, you could throw weight and come up enough with an edge like
It's
that.
pretty tough.
It might be.
I think it might be,
Yeah,
Jan.
I think it might be
Because you can
too.
afford the four
Yeah.
to kind of spill
Yeah, you're
out.
right. All right, let's see what we need then.
To get two, you don't have to fire it. You need to throw, you know, a
about there, I
controllable
think,
weight,
eh?
backboard to an easy bumper type
There?
weight. Overthrowing it really gets too much action in the rings here.
On the rock that you're driving in there.
Either
It's going to go off the top.
Yeah, either you hit the top one as a glancing blow and
Yeah.
it spins out, or the one you hit. There's a good look at it there. The one that's in the top of the 8-foot will kick off that red stone and out of the ring. So you don't have to throw this really hard to make it. You have to
So
be
we
very
either play the straight
precise.
one for one, or we try this.
No,
Yeah,
we like it.
We're the 8th end, I think.
I
we
know.
better try and-
Let's go, Jan, we can do it.
Final stone of end 8 for Jan Betker. A very difficult shot for her, trying to angle this stone in. And she will just catch a piece of her own. Not enough to push it back onto the shot rock belonging to Team Canada. And with 2 ends remaining, Team Saskatchewan trails the defending champions from Kelowna by 5.
Game of inches.
Never stop enjoying life. Strauss Herb Company products. Available at health product retailers across Canada.
The following contains scenes of intense silence, extreme frontal unity, rough language, and obscure subject matter. Parental discretion is contrived.
Nothing else in curling has ever meant so much as a Tim Hortons briar when it's got that golden touch.
Canada's largest coast-to-coast mover, AMJ Campbell, has been moving households and offices locally and internationally since 1934. As the most trusted movers in Canada, AMJ Campbell is your source for your home, office, or do-it-yourself move. At AMJ Campbell, we treat your possessions like they're our own. AMJ Campbell is the only moving company that you can pay on your Sears card to earn Sears Club points. Thinking of moving? Call AMJ Campbell.
Hi, Laura. Big accident at home.
Uh-oh. Indoor soccer again?
And Mom's coming over for dinner.
Come on, we'll get you started.
Got an electrical project? Start right at True Value. You know you'll find everything you need for all your do-it-yourself projects, along with the friendly expert advice that you've come to expect.
Now you just have to make dinner.
And keep Ricky outside.
True Value. Start right, start here.
Why M&M? Variety. Yeah, I mean, before dinner was so, Dinner! Boys, dinner's ready! Guys? You know, now M&M helps us put together hundreds of meals that we can all enjoy together, which is nice.
In some families, the skills of the game are passed down from generation to generation. Strauss Heart Drops, an herbal dietary supplement based on 8 generations of herbal knowledge. Find Strauss Heart Drops at your local health food store or retail health center.
Will she be good? Will she be great? Will she win a gold medal? Will she make a nation hold their breath at exactly the same moment? She might. Please give to the Sandra Schmirler Foundation and support neonatal hospital units across Canada, because champions start small.
Well, Jan Betker's hopes of moving on to another world championship may have just evaporated with this missed attempt at trying to angle her own in onto the 2 stones in the rings. And she came so close, but now trailing by 5, 2 ends remaining. It is not impossible, but extremely difficult.
Well, you're hoping to score at least 3 here, and to have any chance playing the 10th.
Very close to making that shot. Those are very difficult. It just needed to curl just a tiny bit more to get the right angle.
That's good. Good one.
It was a good decision by Kelly Scott to throw that guard in the last end, and she executed, of course, very well, which makes a big difference too. And kind of been the story. It looks like Kelly's team's really had a really good read on the ice conditions, and they're getting good stone placement today, as well as yesterday in the semifinal compared to their two opponents.
Well, and the reality is this Team Canada has just never had a bad game here. They've just been so steady. They did lose to BC in the round robin, as well as to Saskatchewan in the 1 versus 2 game, but it wasn't because they played very poorly as much as their opposition really shot the lights out.
Calgary's Olympic Oval hosts the world's best speed skaters, including Cindy Clausen at the World Cup Speed Skating Final next Saturday and Sunday, March 3rd and 4th on Sports Weekend. Join Steve Armitage and Katrina LeMaidon for coverage of that event. Team Canada, the top team in round robin play with a 10-1 record. And so many times you see the top team in the round robin portion of the competition also emerge as the champion 14 of the 25 times since the start of Scott competition.
Well, they're on top because they're playing better than everybody else usually, and that's it's not that much of a surprise actually to see. I actually thought it might even been more of the first place teams would have won, but that's a pretty good average.
Well, always when it comes down to that one game situation, even if you have had that roll through the round robin, you never know what might emerge.
And Kelly Scott, I'm sure, is quite thankful for the Page playoff system that was introduced in Calgary in 1995, because after losing the 1-2 game, she got a second opportunity to play in this championship. She first, though, had to battle her way through a semifinal against Jennifer Jones to get the opportunity to face Jan Betker in the rubber match.
And previous to 1995, Dawn, she would have got the bye to the final as the round robin winner and would have awaited the winner of the semifinal game.
Good brushing, guys.
Kelly Scott and her teammates have some unfinished business if they are to continue on in this game and emerge as the winner. They did not complete their goal at the World Championships in Grand Prairie, and they feel that it was a big learning curve. There was so much to learn about international play that they just didn't really catch on to all the little nuances of playing all those European teams and the different style of play. That they definitely would be going in with a different goal this time around if they should emerge from this game.
And the World Women's will take place in Amori City in Japan, March 17th to the 25th. We'll have the semifinal on the 24th and the championship game on the 25th. On the curling calendar, the next two major events, the World Juniors that take place in Evelyn, Minnesota, March 3rd to the 11th, and the Brier in Hamilton, also March 3rd to the 11th, and we'll have the semifinal on the 10th, the final from the Brier in Hamilton on March the 11th.
Saw Brock Virtue and Matt Ing from that team around the last couple of days. They're from Lethbridge and had a chance to throw some rocks out here on the arena ice. Well, they were telling me the Worlds are being played in a curling club down in Evelyn.
Brock Virtue, a member of the Charlie Thomas team.
They're enjoying their newfound celebrity here in Lethbridge.
Line's okay. Okay, line's good. Are we light?
I need to wonder how many more times will we see Lana Vey make it out of Saskatchewan, such a young player and showing so much talent and poise in this, her very first national championship.
And she shouldn't have any trouble finding teammates, that's for sure.
Or just 3?
Clean. Easy. Whoa, whoa. Yep, clean. Clean. Yep, go hard, go hard. Atta girl. Nice throw.
Well, tough to score 3 now in this end. Lana Vey trying to go around the corner guard. You'll see Kelly Scott peel the guard and then have some sort of open hit on her last, and we'll happily give Jen the deuce here in 9.
Line's okay. 7-8. Line's okay.
Gotta go deep for.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it is already.
Oh, line's fine. Line's okay, room.
8.
Okay, back here's
8,
okay.
9, 9, 9 on its own.
Yep. Gotta bury it. Go, Nance. We gotta bury it.
Yes, go. It's way back. It's good. It doesn't matter where it is. It's good.
And that's buried, and is anticipated the peel now from Kelly Scott.
Little less.
Well, we talked about Charlie Thomas and his Canadian junior champions from Alberta, representing Canada at the World Junior Championships in Evelyn, Minnesota. And Stacey Devereaux will be the Canadian junior women's rep. First time that Newfoundland has ever won the Canadian junior women's title.
Come on, you
Kelly Scott looking for the peel.
Go hard, roll it. Go.
That's a slight mistake.
That backstone is open on the intern side, but Jan Betker can get this one kind of half buried around this corner guard, and they're called the Colleen Jones Christmas tree. Haven't used that this year, but get it half buried around the guard and half guard the one at the back of the 8-foot as well, and hope for a little miss that way.
Have the rocks kind of overlap each other and really give Kelly Scott something to think about, a little bit more pressure as she tries to remove one of the yellow stones in the house.
Is it a smidge heavier going this way? Not terribly. Not really. No. No. Okay.
Line's good.
Yep. 7-8. Should be lots.
Easy, lots of line.
Should be lots.
Tons of line.
Line's okay.
Whoa.
7.
Still got lots of line.
Got to move a little bit. Sit. Sit. Sit over.
It's fine, Jan.
Would have liked, the line was about where they wanted. They would have liked it about 3 feet higher.
9.
Can just see all of that stone that Jan Betker just threw, just barely. Good look at it. The doubles, you almost make it by mistake. If you ever came that close to the guard, I'd be very surprised. Kelly Scott will likely air this a little on the wide side and just chip one of those stones out of there.
That's right, Mike. The goal is just to make one of them go away and give up the happy deuce to Team Saskatchewan.
Yeah, giving up 2 and heading home with last rock and leading by 3 would be a very comfortable position to be in.
Got room.
Kelly Scott with her final stone here on 9.
Clean only. Whoa. Clean.
You like it when you hear the word clean, you know it's close.
She's got the top one.
Yeah.
It's a nice throw.
Good shot.
Great.
Good job, guys. Good shot. Plan well executed in the night. Yep.
I would agree. Very nicely done. Team Canada just really sending that message that we're going to follow through right through 10 ends.
Not weird.
You're not have superpowers.
I think I should charge people money to be my friend.
Going over the center. Hit the paint.
Just worried about coming down the center line versus drawing away.
Hard, guys.
The final stone at 9 to get a second point.
Yeah.
But Saskatchewan's hopes of winning this 2007 championship do not look good heading to 10. They don't have last rock, and they trail by 3.
Inspiration. Where does it come from? Is it as simple as wanting to be the best? Or is it a drive to change the game? Wherever it is, find your inspiration, and you'll find greatness.
With thousands of super absorbent sponge pockets in every pack of sponge towels. Nothing absorbs like it.
Come try your first end.
I wasn't sure, but I tried it.
Your very first end. We tried it. You should try it.
Now we do it together. Get out.
Go curling.
It's so much fun!
Meet between the sheets. Be part of a tradition.
Be part of a team.
You don't know what you're missing.
You never forget your first end.
Your very first end. Come play. Discover curling.
See you on the ice.
See you on the ice.
See you on the ice.
Get off your line and go curling!
Flying to the same places over and over? Check out our new flight passes, good for multiple flights. Air Canada, the freedom to fly your own way.
Get ready to go!
Stomp real proud now. Bend your knees if you please. Time to shimmy down. You got the moves, you got the know-how. You can do it too. Come on and go now.
Can Do turns tricky toilet tasks into tons of fun. So kids can do it too with Can Do.
Flying to the same places over and over? Check out our new flight passes, good for multiple flights. Air Canada, the freedom to fly your own way.
All your favorites in a half-hour special.
Hey, you kids keep it down there.
You're not the boss of me. The best of the Rick Mercer Report, Tuesday at 8, followed by 22 minutes on CBC.
Good night, Tuffy.
very comfortable position for the defending champions. Kelly Scott and Team Canada leading by 3 with last rock on this 10th end.
Team Saskatchewan in the commercial break talking about where to put their rocks. They would obviously like to put both of Marcy's stones in the free guard zone, and they are anticipating Team Canada to throw both of their lead stones through the house.
Good shot. Nice shot.
I think a tick shot attempt will be here. When you have this big of a lead, what you do is you play the tick shot with more weight than you might normally, not wanting to risk leaving 2 guards out front, even though they might be corner guards. So throw enough weight to make sure you get rid of your own stone for sure. And they're actually throwing a hit at this, as opposed to the back line hack weight type weight we see.
Hard! Hurry! Hard! Quick, quick, quick! Go, 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 go! No, okay.
Catching too much of the Saskatchewan stone, and
Quite get out to the stick.
it will be replaced.
In the 90s again, like, isn't there free guards out?
And as Mike said, definitely worth the pass at it. With a 3-point lead and that last rock, as I said, it's not a big deal to not have any rocks of your rocks in play.
Yep.
So now to try to place the second guard with as much space in between the two to reduce the chance of a double peel. So they're just trying to get it over the hog line. These are really hard to throw. They're very hard to sweep as well, because you've only got a couple of feet of room for error.
During the break, we also heard the Saskatchewan team talk about how well Team Canada has played today. They said we were definitely outplayed. They brought their A game.
That's exactly it. At this point in the game, you start to resign yourself
Clean. Little left.
that what happened and look back, be very reflective. And I think the other comment was, stupid second end, made by Jan. That was definitely a momentum swing very early in the game.
Jump shot.
We just need 6 more of those.
The attempt at a tick, and Renee Simons'
Not throw anymore. Yeah.
shot slides harmlessly by both stones. We talked about the Brier. Tremendous field for Hamilton. From the 3rd to the 11th, we'll have the semifinal on March the 10th, the final on the 11th. Glenn Howard, Kevin Martin, Jeff Studd,
Yeah, line. Yeah,
Pat
line.
Simmons from Saskatchewan, Brad Gushu from Newfoundland, Labrador.
Hard line.
That's a great field.
Slow line. Oh, we're all over the front. No, knows it. Can't even give her enough ice. Might just a little bit light too, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now Kelly Scott and Team Canada can take a run at the 3 Saskatchewan stones sitting out front.
And this is this intern peel that Sasha has had trouble with, mainly on the other side of the sheet.
Yeah.
She's had problems with this over curling.
Hard. Go,
It'll go,
go,
Gina.
go.
It'll go.
Hard, Gina. Go, go, go.
It'll go.
Come on.
It'll go.
And that works.
Good sweep.
Got away with it.
Yeah.
We gotta put it in.
Almost need to
We gotta put it
go
in.
around.
Yeah, take back 8.
There really isn't a page in the textbook on stealing 3. Just get enough rocks and play and hope for misses. You heard Mark say we need to steal 3. Let's go in the house. But
Yeah.
9, 10.
And they need this, well, they need this one in the house. One of their guards is tight enough to split.
You're Kathy? Kathy's laughing over there.
She's in the building.
And it's perfect. It's buried and
Playing that same intern. Just get the one. Yep. Do you want to go that way?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind the same turn if I could.
Yep, same shot.
Yep.
Yeah. Hard all the way.
Again, Sasha Carter attempting to do some damage to the two Saskatchewan stones sitting out front of the rings.
Right out. Good brushing.
She'll remove one and roll her shooter out of play as well.
So Team Saskatchewan going to put another rock in the house. As I said, the tight guard is splittable, but if Lanave is successful in putting this in the house, it'll be gone on the next shot as Gina Schrader will make a pass at it.
Well, best Jan can hope for, if they don't get a miss, is to lie 3 on her last, and again, then really hope for a miss at that point. But you know, again, Kelly Scott's team is executing very, very well right now.
5. Okay, yeah, gotta go. 4. Hard. Hard, hard, hard.
Just that one stumble by Sasha Carter in the third end where she missed both shots. All 4 members of Team Canada would be in the 80s as far as percentage goes.
So Kelly Scott going to play the double. Top 2 stones.
Make sure we lose the shooter.
And Gina Schrader just taking some extra time in the hack, and that is a very good way of settling nerves. The anticipation of the excitement of winning this final is take some time, slow down your emotions.
Good shot, great shot.
She gets rid of one stone, but rolls the other one into the rings, and Saskatchewan still has life.
Well, the problem for the Saskatchewan face, not that there weren't enough problems already, but now that those rocks are not in a line, a guard doesn't help them out much anymore because Kelly Scott can simply hit the open stone. So they'll bring it into the rings, top 12. Hope they don't make the double, leave some sort of protection.
Yeah. Okay, line's better. As close as possible. Yeah. Full 12.
And gonna have to drag it there. This one is a little bit lighter.
Want to get into a position where it's at least splittable or even a biter would be fine.
It's good brushing. Very good brushing.
Very nice. So double here, another attempt at a double. If it's made, then Jan Betker will have to play the split.
Right, exactly.
Clean. 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 Gotta come up clean. Clean. Clean.
Will they get the other stone out of the rings? Not quite.
That was a great effort. Very close.
Could have swept it a little, but
sorry, good throw.
And there are a lot of Saskatchewan fans here, as you said, Don, and they're showing their support for Jan as she makes her way down.
Not tough to find Saskatchewan fans in attendance here at the ENMAX Center.
Oh, there's lots of former people who lived in Saskatchewan that now live in the area. That were waving both flags this week, both for Alberta and for Saskatchewan.
Lots of line.
8.
It's not going anywhere.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Let's nose this.
so yeah, a nose hit and stay will do it. Jan Betker won't be able to play the split if Kelly Scott's able to stay on this stone, and that will be handshake time.
Okay.
Falls on our face.
This is gonna roll out first.
Just a nose.
Marcy always trying to make a funny and ease the pressure a bit.
9.5.
Just a great week for both of
Yeah, I
these
like that week.
teams.
Well, you talked about the support for Jan Betker and her Saskatchewan teammates. Plenty of support here as well for the defending champion, Kelly Scott. With this stone, an opportunity to follow in the footsteps of Vera Pieser, Heather Houston, Sandra Schmerler, and Colleen Jones, who were successful in putting together back-to-back triumphs.
That's it, Kelly. We're done.
Congratulations.
And it's over. So Kelly Scott, Gina Schrader, Sasha Carter, and Renee Simons will get an opportunity to go back to the World Championships after the disappointment of last year in Grand Prairie, Alberta. The best team in round-robin play with a 10-1 record. They lost the 1-2 game to this Saskatchewan quartet, but they came back. And today took control early and never faltered the rest of the way. A final score of 8-5, Team Canada over Saskatchewan, but they were the dominant team throughout this game.
The Scotties Tournament of Hearts on CBC is brought to you by Kruger Products, proud sponsor of women's curling for over 25 years.
Scotties, proud supporter of women's curling for over 25 years.
Dr. Carolyn Dean, in her new book, Death by Modern Medicine, says that the key to good health is being an informed owner of your own body and making informed healthcare choices. Strauss Herb Company, 25 years in Canada. Trust the tradition.
Why M&M? Variety. Yeah, I mean, before dinner was so, Dinner! Boys, dinner's ready. Guys? You know, now M&M helps us put together hundreds of meals that we can all enjoy together, which is nice.
In Vancouver 2010, the Olympic Winter Games return to home ice. It's our time to make some noise and cheer on our athletes. Our time to shine and celebrate the best in the world. Over the next 3 years, a collection of new coins from the Royal Canadian Mint hits the ice, including our first, curling. Look in your change and go to mint.ca for your collect-a-card and other collectibles. Let's make some noise, Canada, and make it happen.
Canada's largest coast-to-coast mover, AMJ Campbell, has been moving households and offices locally and internationally since 1934. As the most trusted movers in Canada, AMJ Campbell is your source for your home, office, or do-it-yourself move. At AMJ Campbell, we treat your possessions like they're our own. AMJ Campbell is the only moving company that you can pay on your Sears card to earn Sears Club points. Thinking of moving? Call AMJ Campbell.
The Strauss Herb Company manufactures a full line of herbal dietary supplements based on traditional European recipes. Our biggest Strauss Heart Drop sale of the year is on now at a health food store near you.
The Scotties Tournament of Hearts on CBC is brought to you by the original Strauss Heart Drops. Trust the tradition. By M&M Meat Chops, hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle. And by Tim Hortons' new breakfast sandwich. It'll make your morning.
favorites in a half-hour special.
Hey, you kids keep it down there.
You're not the boss of me!
The best of the Rick Mercer Report, Tuesday at 8, followed by 22 minutes on CBC.
Good night, Tuffy.
Yassir's mother wants him to try something new.
Yassir's special. He needs a second wife.
Can you believe it? A second wife?
You gotta fight back. Find a second husband.
An all-new Little Mosque on the Prairie, Wednesday at 8 on CBC.
I'd stab him.
I'd poison him. I'd shoot him.
Miss Marple returns with all new mysteries that will keep you guessing.
How clever.
Until the very end.
How wicked.
Marple Mystery, Nemesis, tonight at 8 on CBC Television.
The hottest show on ice. Kurt Browning, world, national, and Olympic champions skate to the Bare Naked Ladies. One extraordinary night. Kurt Browning's Gotta Skate 6, Monday at 8 on CBC.
We're on Mount Sema, which is located about 20 minutes to the south of downtown Whitehorse, 350 meters of vertical drop. This venue will host the snowboarding, the freestyle skiing, and the alpine skiing at the 2007 Canada Winter Games. Nice story to tell you about. It's about Dave Irwin, the crazy Canuck, and his daughter, Stephanie, who is the anticipated star here in alpine skiing. She's the top-ranked 16-year-old GS skier in the country. I guess it runs in the blood. Alpine Ski Series on CBC returns next Saturday with a women's downhill from Treviso, Italy. Skiers to watch include Anja Persson, the world champion in the downhill. She won 3 gold medals in RA. Austrian speed queen Renata Gutschel, the World Cup downhill leader. And BC's Britt Janik. She carries the Canadian speed torch right now, top finisher at the World Championships in Sweden. That's the Treviso downhill next Saturday at 5 Eastern, 3 Mountain. Todd Brooker joins me on CBC.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2007 Scotty Tournament of Hearts champions, Team Canada!
We did it!
Ladies and gentlemen, Team Canada! And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome Mario Goslin, Chief Operating Officer of Kruger Products, to bring some words of congratulations from the title sponsor to the champions.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. On behalf of Kruger Product, the manufacturer of cashmere, sponge towel, Purex, and Scotties facial, I would like to congratulate Team Canada! We wish you luck as you go on to represent our country at the 4th World Championship in Japan next month. I would also like to recognize the Canadian Curling Association, our partner for 26 years now. We look forward to continue to work with you to showcase women's curling in Canada. Our thanks to the city of Lethbridge for your generosity and your wonderful hospitality. Finally, I would like to express our sincere appreciation to Judy Melly and her remarkable host committee of over 550 volunteers. This has been a fantastic week with tremendous curling and outstanding shot making. While only one team can win, I want to say that all of you are champions. You are the finest curlers in all of Canada. We hope to see you in 2008 at the Scott Tournament of Arts in Regina. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much, everybody.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call upon Mr. Goslin to congratulate our champions and present the Scotties Tournament of Hearts Trophy to the 2007 champions, Team Canada. To the coach, Jerry Richard. Michelle Allen, alternate. Renee Simons, lead. Sasha Carter, second. Gina Schrader, third. And Kelly Scott, the skip.
Thank you very much.
There's no one this year. Hi, everyone. Hi, Luke. I repeat.
Two fingers.
Yeah.
I've got the winning skip here, Kelly Scott. Kelly, you said to me earlier this week that it felt at times like that maple leaf on your back was more like a target. Tell me how it feels to wear it now.
It may be a target, but it's definitely nothing we don't want to wear on our back, so we're very excited to have it for another year, that's for sure.
Only the 5th team in the tournament's history to defend your title. What was the secret to your success this week?
We just drew out on all our experiences from last year, pulled from every scenario that we've been in, and executed really well this week, and kind of played out our plan exactly how we wanted, so we're very proud.
Let's look ahead to the Worlds in Japan, because I know you feel like you've got some unfinished business.
Definitely. To be back on the international stage is exactly what we want to do, and we've been working really hard, so we'll go to Japan with a few more tricks in our bag and see what we can do with that Swedish machine team.
Kelly Scott, Team Canada, congratulations and thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go up now to Don, Mike, and Joan.
Well, I think that was an appropriate comment from Kelly Scott, a big target on the back, but one that every curler in the country would love to wear.
Oh, and they've done so well with it. They've moved into learning from last year as Team Canada, moving through this week, looking ahead to Worlds. They did learn a tremendous amount last year on the international scene, how they may get around Annette Norberg. That will be the next big task for Kelly Scott.
Yesterday, after coming off the ice following her victory in the semifinal over Jennifer Jones, Kelly Scott made the comment she felt much more comfortable than in the Page 1-2 playoff game. And that comfort level, I think, continued through to today's game.
Well, certainly getting off to a good start helps. You know, 4-0 after 2 ends. It's a great position to be in, not something you're going to anticipate going into a game. And quite often you can get into the trap of changing your strategy when you get a big lead like that. And her experience and going through it again yesterday with Jennifer Jones certainly helped her. And at the end of the day, they just executed much better than Saskatchewan did.
Now, both of you have had the international experience. Mike, you in winning the Olympic trials in Brandon, going to the Olympics. Joan, the same situation, but also as the Canadian women's champion going to the Worlds. How do you prepare over the next little while in getting ready for the Worlds?
She doesn't have that much time to get ready for Worlds. It's only a couple of weeks when they'll depart for Japan. What she learned last year was to not watch how the Europeans throw. They have a completely different release. They don't use as much rotation. I think it really messed Kelly up when she tried to put the broom down. So I think that's one thing she'll just continue building on what she's been doing this week, and that is executing for her team, put the blinders on when she plays the opposition.
Well, there was a time when Canadian teams were an automatic favorite going to the Worlds, but with Annette Norberg trying for a 3rd straight title, that Swedish machine that Kelly referred to is going to be very tough to dispose.
Well, and I think a big difference is here that they're going to Japan as well. So last year they were the hometown favorites and had a lot of high expectation. When they go over to Japan, a lot of people will be watching Annette, and they will be the heads-on favorite, even with the spectators there. So big change from that standpoint for this team.
So Kelly Scott, back-to-back Canadian championships, successfully defending the title she won a year ago. She now will represent Canada at the Worlds in Japan.
Couple of keeps, please.
State your case, young man.
I'm on a first date, and a couple of Keiths would be great.
My finest ale would be perfect. Does she possess any land or livestock?
She has a condo and a cat.
Ooh, she's a keeper. Wilson, the pride of Nova Scotia. Hey, Wilson, what's a condo?
The best men's curling teams in the world are making a trip to Edmonton's Rexall Place, and it's time for you to start packing. New day packs are now available, priced from just $15 for a single draw to $35 for a whole day. That's just loony.
With our new breakfast sandwich, you can't get to Tim Hortons fast enough. Eggs, bacon, or sausage, processed cheese, all on a toasted home-style biscuit, just $2.49.
Always fresh at Tim Hortons.
Now, play something country. Today's country. Today's FX 1019. Today's country.
FX 1019.
Tackling some hot topics with Sue Johansson, a parent's guide to decoding teen speak, and taking a break from reality. That's tomorrow on The Jill Deacon Show at 11 and 2 on CBC Television.
4 young Canadians will be grilled by 4 ex-PMs in a battle for $50,000 and the title of Canada's next great Prime Minister. Join me as I host Canada's Next Great Prime Minister, Sunday, March 18th on CBC.
All right, so make sure you check out the show on Monday, because we'll get you all caught up on what happened in the world and get you prepared for the next day. And we'll also give you one of the world's greatest musicians. That's right, 24 years old, he played Carnegie Hall, Long Monday.
Stay in the loop with The Hour on CBC Television.
Honey, sleep, sleep. Honey, sleep. Honey, sleep. I know that. God said us how to sleep. You know how to sleep. He has no idea how difficult this is.
Little Mosque on the Prairie, Wednesday nights at 8 on CBC Television.
Welcome back to Lethbridge. There you see the final score. Team Canada defeating Team Saskatchewan by a score of 8-5. A wonderful battle through to the end. 2 wonderful teams, the best really here all week long. Some other great results for Canada today in the bobsleigh. Pierre Luters won a 4-man event in Königssee, Germany. That's his first 4-man event of the season. And JCJ Anderson won a parallel giant slalom in Seoul, Korea. That puts him into 9th place overall in the World Cup standings. Next week, we have the Canada Winter Games from Whitehorse, Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern, Sunday, 2 p.m. World Cup speed skating, that's at the Olympic Oval. Best speed skaters in the world, including Cindy Clausen at the World Cup speed skating final next Saturday and Sunday. And of course, CBC's Seasons of Champions continues with our coverage of the Tim Hortons Brier, March 10th and 11th. For all of us here in Lethbridge, thank you for joining us. Good night.
CBC Sports, Canada's